Here.
All right, everybody. We is live. Wave to the camera, sir. I feel that. I feel you. So look, good morning. It's DJ Scotty. We have the marvelous, fantastic, super duper Tyler. And then we have Mike.
Yeah, and then there's Mike.
And if anybody would have been watching, they saw Mike waving like, yes, it's me. It's me. What do you mean it's Tyler?
From now on, I want to be referred to as Conquistador.
No, God, I was fixing to say no Conquistador, and you beat me to it. Like I couldn't get the word out of my mouth. I'm running slow this morning. Little Richard woke me up this morning.
That doesn't sound right.
Richard Jackson woke me up this morning.
No, I mean, it's not that his name represents a penis or dick. It's that you said a man woke you up.
And you know how he woke me up?
I don't want to know how
he sent me a text message.
Sure, he whispered sweet nothings in your ear.
Well, if I read it, because I was waking up, right, with one eye squinted and one eye open. And speaking of one eye, do you know what he asked me? Hey, man, I'm having one of these mornings. I need you to play me a song. Sporting a Woody. Yeah. So the song I played for Little Richard was Sporting a Woody by Dangerous Toys, which is the name of the group is Dangerous Toys. The song Sporting a Woody. I ran down here, Sporting a Woody, and played it for Little Richard. Does everybody see like what is the ball, the dust ball or whatever that blows through the desert?
Tumbleweed.
The tumbleweed blow through the room.
Well, we just don't want to get into a conversation with how Little Richard
woke you up.
Wanting to,
or
he's sporting a Woody.
Sporting a
Woody, and he apparently poked you or something. Oh man, I almost got him to do it.
Dang it.
Jeez,
there's electronic equipment in front of him. We probably shouldn't do that.
I tell you what, man.
That's why I turned that way and just kept breathing.
Towards the mainframe?
Well, Tyler, I don't know about you, but I don't spit that far.
Oh. Touche, Mr. DJ.
Touche, Mr. DJ.
And I can't even look at him and say pound it out on that conversation.
No.
Pound it out, bro.
Well, I don't. After Little Richard waking you up, I don't even want to touch you. Be like,
are you really sniffing your hand?
I was just making sure.
Oh my God, man! I feel like we're on the men's show.
Yeah. That's cool. We are on the main show.
Well, no. At least till Doc gets here.
Okay, I was about to say no.
Wait a minute. She plays for that team, so it's still going to be kind of the man show.
No uteruses here
so far.
Would it be uteri?
Uteri.
Uteruses.
Oh, that's as crazy as the other night on the ladies' show. Now let's look at it this way.
Can we call it the uteri show?
These aren't really actually considered a mouse because they're considered trackball. But during the show, the ladies have a great debate, and Doc, who thinks she's Miss Proper with her grammar, makes the conversation. My wife says, "Man, there's so many mice around, so many mouses around here for me to touch." And Doc's like, "That's mice.
It's mice.
You can't be mice when it's
mices.
If it was animals, maybe you can say mice, but when you're talking about computer." See?
That's mouses.
It's mouses.
Yeah.
And Doc's like, I know, Crystal, that is mice.
It's mouses.
It's mouses.
It's mices.
So,
to pieces.
And then I really wanted to be proper and come down here and go, actually, those are called track balls.
You just wanted to come
I want you to roll my balls around in your fingertips.
Yeah. Actually,
it's 7:39. Everybody, wake up!
We've lost a viewer.
Yeah. It's when I first saw a trackball, I was kind of like, "Wow, the mouse is upside down." Because I mean, that's what the first ones look like.
But being a DJ, and we're used to being in an area where there's not a lot of places. Because let me tell you, every DJ booth I've been in is still not big enough.
It's cramped. Yeah.
I mean, you got your keyboard, you got your computer, you got
a DJ,
2 or 3 drinks, a couple of hooers.
You can have a couple of hooers.
So a trackball, you don't have to move your arm; you just roll your fingertips. But then, the first time I was on it, unfortunately, do you know what the first time that I had a trackball in my hand? Do you know what I did, Mike? Come on, you're my generation.
Turned your head and coughed?
No, I thought I was playing Centipede. And the guy in the DJ booth looked at me and goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "Centipede, dude."
Yeah, man.
I'm over here raising hell with the ball, looking for where the fire button is.
Is that like Snake?
Similar.
Hey, you ever played, you remember the tabletop football game with the X and O's?
Yes.
Oh, man, I used to have blisters.
How about this? When I was 10 years old, I had to go live with my dad for the summer in Augusta.
Was that a court mandate?
No, he just pitching a fit. And so my mom let me go. So my dad, who was a great dad for 2 or 3 hours of a day, but then after that, the new wore off, and he's like, go away, kid. You're bothering me. You're bothering me. So he had nothing for me to do, had nothing for me to play with. A hyper ADD 10-year-old
with nothing
to do.
That's like prison.
Yes. So a friend of his owned a bunch of arcade games, and they brought me the tabletop version of Asteroid Deluxe.
Oh, yeah, baby. Asteroid 2, man. I loved it.
So, I had the little white ball, and I sat there for a month.
It's got to be a white
playing
ball.
Because that's what it was back then. Just, anyways.
But
Asteroid Deluxe, dude, I played that for a month.
Because not only did you have the asteroids, you had spaceships. When the spaceships would come at you and you hit them with one round, they break up into 4.
Yeah.
And you would zip through there, do an element, turn around. Oh, yeah.
So then you had asteroids coming at you and pieces of a spaceship.
Man,
but the one thing that now that I look back, so you got me at 10 years old trying to sit still because it's a sitting game. Now, standing up, think about how many times you're like, your hips are to the left of the game and you're still doing everything with the controllers and your arms are to your right. The tabletop version, what you didn't realize is had a glass top and you had to kind of put your hands in it to play it. So the whole time I'm trying to stand up, dance around, take this, and keep my hands in that little box. Oh, my God. Do you know how hard it was to stay in the box? I mean, look how hard it was for Tyler to stay in the box. Yeah. I'm telling you, it was almost impossible for me to stand there and play the game. I took self-control, I tell you.
I used to love those. And remember Pine Lake? They had the best. They had 10 for 1, 10 tokens for $1. And man, you go in there $3-4 and stoned, and you could play all.
Man, and Sergeant Singers, dude.
Man, freaking Galactica till the wee hours. Man.
We would do Sergeant Singers like it was nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then there was a place on Covenant Highway at Harrison, Buckshots, that was in the Winn-Dixie parking lot.
Yeah, we never went that far.
And then there was another one on Wesley Chapel that we would ride bikes to.
And that was kind of
rough.
now
it's a KFC.
Yeah, that was kind of rough. Yeah. It's a single stand building.
Oh, yeah. It was white, like a white building, some weird Atari orange and yellow stripes or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the one that I actually, traffic-wise, this is funny, riding out of the backside of my grandmother's subdivision, if you will, would put us on Harrison, the part of Harrison that would be between Covington Highway and Wesley Chapel. I'd be more towards Harrison.
That was kind of like South Harrison.
Yeah, South Harrison. I would be more towards the Covington Highway area, and when I'd have to cross 5 lanes of traffic to get into that Winn-Dixie parking lot, right?
Yep.
I could ride down the sidewalk to the Wesley Chapel one, right? So you would think traffic-wise it was safer to go to Wesley Chapel. My parents actually preferred me to gamble the traffic to go to Winn-Dixie. Because they're like, listen, yeah, you're dealing with cars, but you're smart enough to play Frogger. You can run through cars.
Yeah.
Wesley Chapel, we don't know what's going to happen to you when you're down there at, 11 years old.
Well, my family friend lived over in, it was either Farrington or Snapfinger Woods.
And both were part of the same ownership, though.
And there was
umbrella.
A golf course and all that other stuff.
Snapfinger, well, I was going to say Farrington had his golf course too. My grandmother lived, the one that had this house, lived in Snapfinger Woods, which is where Tommy Rich and all the big wrestlers were.
That was beautiful back
then.
Yeah, man. It was
dude, we used to go to the pool with Austin Idol, Tommy Rich.
Yeah. Same thing, Mr. Wrestling too.
Yeah, all those guys lived over there.
So I used
Doc
to go
Rivers, who was the Hawks, but now is a coach for another team. Yeah.
And it was so cool to be at the pool with those guys. Because they were freaking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And they would walk around and they were like freaking, gigantic.
Look, but Austin Idol threw me in the pool one time. And now I look back and I'm like, dude, Like he was about the size of the Incredible Hulk at the time, you know.
And they used
steroids got used very, you know.
And they used to do that. We'd like freaking line up, and they throw us in the water or throw us up, you know.
and now we look back and realize they were on a cocaine and liquor rush.
That or they were pulling a Jared on us and copping a cheap field.
That's right. There's no telling.
So, but the family friend of my mother's, you know, we'd go over there for the weekend, and her son and me, we didn't like each other. No, we despised each other. And so I would get on my bike and ride across and go to the one you were talking about.
Yeah, because the one my grandmother's neighborhood was the same side as the country club and part of the country club.
Right.
I mean, literally, I could walk out of her. And what's so weird is her house was originally the real estate office and clubhouse.
Oh,
so
yeah, I know exactly.
Her house, so when you pulled in, it was the very first one on the left, and it was friggin' massive because what they did was they built the upstairs as the real estate office to match the ones they sold in there. The
models.
And then the downstairs had a 2-car garage with a hallway between the 2-car garages, and the downstairs was huge. Fireplace, bar. Yeah.
And that was my pool table?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to play pool on my pool table.
Yeah, that was my grandma's house.
Freaking weird.
And what was really cool is when you pulled in, the parking went right past her wall, and there was a 12-foot glass window.
Yeah.
That looked into the they
had some really cool parking there. I mean, you could park and literally get out of your car and 2 steps you're in your place.
Yeah.
So it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much where I learned how to fight. Tell you the honest goodness truth, because I had a really cool little bike, and it was called a Ruff. RUFF, and it looked like a motorcycle, but it really wasn't.
Right.
And all the kids of the other persuasion, because back then they didn't have bike racks and lock your bike up.
Well, you just left your big one. People didn't. Well, there were some thieving of bikes, but really it was like a horse. You just didn't do it.
Well, or the big kids would do it to pick on you. They wouldn't.
Right. They didn't want your bike.
They just ride it around.
Yeah.
Right in front of you. You know. And so that's where I learned how to fight. Yep, that's where I learned my kung fu 6-foot punch, man.
So back to Little Richard. I just realized this at 7:38.
Oh, I know. I read that.
He goes, "Y'all ain't right. Why are y'all talking about my Little Richard?"
Yeah, there's something else he was talking about too that
we can't. You know.
Yeah, I refuse to.
But yeah, those were some cool days, man. You could just ride wherever you wanted back then.
Do you think that those days? I mean, they absolutely formed our character and our who we are and all that other stuff. Now look at it, dude. You know what I did last night? I probably watched 100 videos of people displaying hate crimes.
Let me word it this way. I believe that
I can fly.
1978, 76, let's say 76 to 79. As far as being a kid in America, those were probably the best years to be a kid in America. Because our parents were chill. You know, after the whole beginning of the 70s.
Right.
And in 76 to 79, I mean, you didn't hear about molesters. And I'm not going to say they weren't around.
Oh, they were there. Yeah.
But they didn't have internet to feed their addictions. They didn't have all the stuff that helps mold them.
1976 was the bicentennial.
Mm-hmm.
And that
I was at Indian Creek that year.
Yep. Patriotic time I have ever seen in our country. The only thing that got close to it was Desert Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not Desert Storm, but 9/11 when everybody brought the flags out. But oh my God, 1976, man, they were running boats up and down the Hudson, fire boats, shooting blue,
the big
regular water
and
red water. Up and down the Hudson, hundreds of freaking fireboats doing that. And every day there was a ticker tape parade, you know, in New York for that kind of stuff. Now,
let's see how many people can wipe their butt with our flags and stand on them and everything else. Do you know what I watched last night?
I tell you what, I watched a video.
I watched The Last Castle.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And the very end of it, watching that flag go up and it molded.
Yeah, it's tough.
The whole scene. I mean,
it's tough, man.
It just sucks when you look back at
Yeah.
Where we were, and we are greater technology, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2015. We're supposed to be smarter, but to me, it's like a hard drive. For every new thing learned, there's one thing lost.
Yeah, or more.
Whoa.
Bella's not happy.
Stupid.
Hey, any other time I would say eater, but she's bringing Starbucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say studio dog.
I think the reason we're not as patriotic anymore is because of the internet. We're now a global society rather than just our society.
I was going to say we're molding so many people now into the United States, and we're trying to make the United States be so PC and make everybody feel so comfortable. We're not trying to say, we want you to be American now.
Other countries actually see what we think of other countries, and they're obviously not happy about it.
You know, I disagree because I think the percentage of change that occurred in the 40s and 50s as far as
Soviet Union and
immigrants
all the
coming into our
then.
country and the culture, the Sicilian American, the Italian American culture and everything else, I think proportionately, as far as dealing with the numbers, there was a bigger change that occurred in the 40s, 50s, 60s.
But here's
you mean as a global meshing?
As the United States becoming less United States and more a melting pot.
But here's my biggest problem though. Is if you don't like it here, why are you here? And apparently you didn't like it there, so you brought your butt back here, or you came here. You know, we had a nice long talk with some Vietnamese people the other day, me and Doc and my wife, and it was very clearly, you know, made known to us that this is the best country on the planet.
Oh yeah,
that
for opportunity and everything. So.
You know, where they're from. You're one step from a beatdown. Oh, don't let him force you to another chair. You do know better.
Yeah. So I have to get out now?
Yes.
Well, duh.
It's because I'm white.
It's because you're like, trying to hold the white man down.
Deutschland über alles.
She's only doing that to you because you're gay.
Yeah. Deutschland über alles. White supremacy, black supremacy.
But you know, the thing, I know we all have our opinions and we're all entitled to have our opinions. It just, when you hear of these, you don't, maybe I don't hear people from Greece complain about how bad Greece was compared to here. But when I have conversations with some other people and they're like, no, we are so glad we're here. And, you know, a guy I went to school with was from Cambodia who was describing that they lived in huts. So what he described in Cambodia is what I visually have seen. Haiti, whatever. What you know? What I'm sorry.
Yeah, Haiti, not Tahiti. Tahiti's nice.
So it just sucks. I mean, if you don't like it here, it's kind of like being a Yankee. If you don't like it in Georgia, take your ace on back up to damn New York.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: is Karina.
I just hate that we have to
Germany
keep.
Was laughing at what I said.
I hate that we have to keep trying to change who we are to suit people. The problem is it's real simple. If you don't like living in Conyers, move.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to have that mentality. I don't like this neighborhood. I'm moving to another neighborhood. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but now it's like, why should I be inconvenienced because this neighborhood isn't conducive to what I want it to be? Well, all of y'all change or you move out.
Yeah, but if you're the dumbass that moved in, didn't you research your neighborhood before you moved in?
No. People don't do that anymore.
It just blows my mind.
They're going for monthly minimum payments or a house that they like, stuff like that.
I mean, I'm just blown away.
Hey, Don.
What happened
Good morning.
What happened to you have to be held accountable for your actions? You're responsible for your own actions. You're not responsible of your neighbor's actions. And, you know,
I have two videotapes. One is of a white guy with a cowboy hat on talking about dragging people out and killing them.
Is this a sheriff?
No, this guy isn't a sheriff. He's just
okay. I passed something last night and there was some mid-aged white guy, white shirt, cowboy hat.
Yeah, that's it.
And a black guy had shared it and said, look what this white sheriff's doing to us. And I'm like,
okay, so what he's not a sheriff.
But he's not a sheriff.
But yeah, he's just talking about being a problem.
So that's one of them Facebook things where people's just putting wrong information out.
Yeah. And okay, so when it first came out, it was lifted. It was taken off Facebook and YouTube was in trouble for it and all that other stuff. Well, now it's back. and it's going all over the place. So what I did was I tried to watch as many of those as I could because you can see the hatred, And then a friend of mine, I was talking to him. He was down around Florida because it's his birthday, and they do a 10th Mountain Division thing down there. So he sent me. He goes, check this one out. It's a black guy. He's got like a beard and dreads and all that other stuff, and he's doing basically the same thing the other guy did, just in a different verbiage. And then I started watching some of those. I watched the last speech from Louis Farrakhan. Mm-hmm. And you know what? If you have any intelligence whatsoever, you don't come across this with white or black. You don't come across this with men or women, gay or straight. You come across this if you have 1 ounce of brains in your head. You know what you come across with? Fear. Absolute fear.
Well, it's all hatred.
I fear this more than I feared the Taliban in a combat zone, because we basically had a good idea who the enemy was, and they portrayed themselves as such. But now you could have, I'll just do it this way, a white guy in a Lexus
in a three-piece suit get out with a freaking AK-47 and wear out a church. But then in the same thing, you could have a black guy walk up to you and ask for directions, or walk up to you and ask, for a cigarette, and pull out a pistol and kill you in your car. So you see what I'm saying is I think it goes along the intelligence factor. It really does. I don't think there's going to be a race war. I don't think there's going to be a gay and straight problem. I think there's going to be dumbasses and intelligent. Right. So it's going to be almost like a world of purge.
Yeah. I say entitlement.
I mean, I just meant the way the madness, the way the madness will be.
Yeah. I think that if you have money, you'll probably be able to protect yourself or get protection. Not condoms, obviously, but oh God, I saw this condom that was
Shut up. Well, I didn't go there. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Shut up. It has nothing to do with what you're saying.
Just trying to make it funny.
I know, but you can't go from guns to condoms and everybody go, huh? The problem that we all face is, of course, we all have our own opinions.
Sure.
And the problem is some of the guys with the guns have twisted opinions too. And again, we've gone from this world of there was a standard, and now it's everybody's entitled. Everybody just, I don't know. It's just horrible. It's horrible. But anyways, it's supposed to be just for fun.
Yeah, well, that's false.
I know you was going to talk about condoms.
No, it was just one had a push pin through it and a note to the mother to the son. And it said, you should always make sure you use protection. But it had a push pin through.
Is JD Spivey listening this morning? JD Spivey.
Like holding it up on the wall.
JD Spivey, I need you to call in. I have something to tell you.
Okay.
Mike started this conversation, so I need to tell JD something about his mother-in-law. He'll die laughing. I'm just waiting for the phone to ring as we speak. What do you got, Tyler?
What do you mean? What do I got?
You turned with rubbing your hands, feel like you were fixing to say something.
Yes. Charlie Sheen's birthday is today.
Woohoo!
He is the big 50.
Wow.
Man, he looks like he's 60, man.
I'm older than Charlie.
I saw a picture of him the other day, and it's like, dude, man, for 60, he's still kicking kind of good. Now I just realized he's not.
For anybody that lives under a rock and doesn't know who Charlie Sheen is, he was the lead character in Red Dawn, Platoon, and 2.5 Men.
Actually, find his real name. I just heard his real name for the first time.
That's not his name?
Charlie Sheen is a made-up name.
Emilio Estevez is
his last name's
brother.
Estevez.
Yeah, is his brother. And Charlie or Martin Sheen, I guess it's two different mothers. I don't think Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen are.
I don't know, but
brothers.
Charlie's last name is Estevez too.
Mm-hmm.
But he shortened it and made Sheen, and then he shortened his first name to come up with Charlie.
Carlos.
Yes.
Erwin Estevez.
There you go. Good cinema type.
All right. Well, I guess we were speaking of guns and public mayhem.
Yeah.
So in Conyers, has everyone? We've got the curfew for the people at the movie theater. Yeah,
yes.
And we've got the dress code.
Yes.
Okay, I've been in Conyers since 2008. In 2008, I knew Conyers had a gang problem. Now, the city and the county have recognized that Conyers has a gang problem.
What? You mean they just got the memo?
They just got the memo.
Those
Apparently
silly emails.
it was buried.
Now.
Apparently it was buried or something.
It was right next to your complaint about the party
House. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that file where they're calling me that woman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've always been that guy.
Well, that woman and that guy are now hanging out together, and they've joined forces.
And they have Bat Boy.
And they have Bat Boy. They have Bat Children.
No, that boy
No.
and Fat Man.
That's not nice.
I'd rather be Butt Boy. No.
No.
You're Butt
No,
Boy.
no. Fat Man and his sidekick, Throbbing.
It'd be like, but for the theme for Fat Man would be no, whatever.
It'd be like no. Hold on, let me catch your breath.
It'd be played with tubas.
But
What
yeah,
does that mean?
I thought that was just really interesting. So apparently what has happened now is, we've always had MS-13 here. And now the great...
I thought we had MSG.
wait.
What?
We had
MS-13?
MS-13, which
Okay.
is a Latino gang.
Yes.
And so now we've got the Grape Street Crips.
Grape.
Grape Street.
Grape.
Yeah.
Well, they call themselves the Grape Street Gang.
Grape.
Yeah.
As in
grape,
like fruit.
as in like fruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grape. I've never heard of them.
They're a subset of the Crips.
Okay.
So
So that
Cuss.
So that explains a little to do with the whole SUV 6 guys get out, beat the hell out of the kid, and they all had red
Yes.
bandanas, even though the Crips are blue and the Bloods are red, but all the red bandanas would explain something.
Well, Conyers was voted one of the most ghetto cities in Georgia. It's on the top 10 list. Conyers and Covington.
Yeah.
I think Covington was number 10.
And if you think
wow.
about it, it all was at Wesley Chapel 20 years ago.
The Grape.
And now it's just moved here.
The Grape Street Watt Cribs is a street gang from the Watt section of Los Angeles, California. That's where it's originated.
yes.
They got a bigger, I guess, department or whatever you want to call it in Atlanta.
And what gets me is why okay. And I don't mean disrespect to my sheriff. I know he's working as hard as he can, so don't take this wrong. But do you know why you don't mess around in Pine Lake City? Because they're going to write you a ticket.
Oh, they're going to stop you.
They're
from
going to
doing
stop
something.
you from whatever you're doing. They're going to stop you. Do you know why you don't fart around in some parts of DeKalb County anymore? Because they're going to lock you up. Porterdale, don't mess around. They're going to lock you up. We know this.
Right. And we
Why
don't go
can't
there.
Why can't we become don't F around in Rockdale? They're going to lock you up.
What was the Latino gang?
All it takes is just
MS-13.
is control, man. And I understand he's trying to get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Mr. Levitz is not trying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just simply saying we got to tighten that noose up, because what's happening is it's like a loose collar on a big dog, and it's
Yes.
trying to get away from you, and you got to keep control.
And Trump made a big old speech about that either yesterday or the day before. About he said there's not he will quell the gangs, because gangs. I mean, yes, take it easy. I'm cool. I'm Poe, but there is a lot of drugs and sex and guns, and so yeah. You know what?
When I watched a homeless girl trading sex for a taco in the city of Conyers, and I mean right across the street from the pavilion, and nothing was being done about it, and it was happening every day. Now, let me say, it has been dealt with. She's no longer allowed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It was dealt with. But if you keep seeing it, why wasn't it dealt with? If I am seeing it,
Right.
if I was walking and I saw it, everybody else was seeing it too. I mean, there wasn't like a red flag that goes ding. Hey DJ, look over here. The girl was she was blowing up balloons in a parking lot,
Right.
and everybody was watching it. And it's like, why is no cop stopping?
It's kind of like that bad train wreck where everybody's just watching it happen and nobody
stops it.
Nobody
Hey,
stops.
Now it has been dealt with.
I saw a picture, a little cartoon. I'll try to find it again, maybe. But there was like 12 people holding their phones up like this,
Yeah,
pointing at a person that's drowning
in the river.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their hands up like that. So,
Exactly.
oh, but law enforcement is going to look at that and they're going to say, "Look, I'm on traffic. That's going to have to be dealt with by Vice."
And that's what's been happening around here.
Yeah, the two guys that are on Vice, they're loaned out to DeKalb County. And then the guy that's training to do Vice, he's actually a canine officer. And
at what part did they forget that they're all police officers and they are sworn to protect and serve?
What you have to understand is that he's only a part-time canine officer, but he's also one of the 2 motor officers that we have.
Yeah, and they're still all police officers.
Yeah, and they're working a funeral in Covington.
Here's when I knew society. Here's when I knew
for a vet.
In the late 90s, a cousin of mine is an EMT. And when he said these words, I now look back on him saying these words and I now see where our problems began. But they were told then that if you were riding down the road and you saw a wreck at the 4-way, that you are not allowed to stop and help it if there was already a unit on dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
Because you become liable.
Wow.
So if somebody's laying there dying, you're not supposed to stop because there's already somebody en route. Even though you're there, you're not supposed to touch it. And I'm sitting here shaking my head going, that is the most effed up thing I've ever heard. And then it falls back to what we see with the police now.
What brought the notice of gang activity in Rockdale County was a certain incident where
I need you on that mic better. You hear yourself cutting it out. Thank you, sir.
Where a 15-year-old was jumped by 8 juveniles, if not juveniles, older people, who liked his shoes.
Yes, that was. Yeah. Hey, do you know that
a couple years ago in Grayson, a teenager my age, someone that I went to school with, was killed for his shoes.
Right.
I remember that.
Well, one of the jumps that just happened within the last 6 months was right here on the road that the Quick Trip's on.
Is that Country Walk? That one?
Those 2 apartment complexes. If you go past, if you're aiming towards 81 and you're coming from I-20, as soon as you pass Old Salem, you'll come up to 2 sets of apartments on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And the young man said he was just walking. The SUV stopped. They came out.
Yeah. That whole area.
You know what? I'm going to wear some tracks. I ain't even going to wear Nikes no more. You ain't going to want to steal my shoes.
What are tracks?
Mike, you remember wearing tracks, don't you?
Hell yeah, man.
Kmart shoes.
How about gas?
Oh, okay.
Gas.
Kmart shoes. See, you wasn't as ghetto as you thought.
When I'd walk, I used to leave a 4-letter acronym in the sand. GASS. You know what it stood for?
I wore Tough Skins and tracks.
Great American Shoe Store. It was their shoes.
And I didn't have Izod. I had the little lion.
Yeah,
because that's what Kmart saw. We didn't have Walmart back then. We had blue light specials, baby.
They still have blue light specials.
They still have blue light specials.
Do they really?
I don't shop Kmart.
I love that Kmart in Covington. That's like when I want to get away and hide and nobody know where I am.
Go where nobody is.
Yeah, I go where nobody is. But I love walking through there because you find out everything about people in there.
Yeah. Wasn't it cute last night when Erin Hill was talking about when she was a little kid and her girlfriend, they used to do dress up to go to Walmart.
Yes.
They would dress up like ballerinas and whatnot.
They still do that at Walmart. Hadn't you watched?
Well, yeah, but those are men dressing up as ballerinas.
That's right.
That's completely different.
So what else you got, Tyler? You're researching the whole gang thing. Is there anything else before we go to commercial?
I'm done with that.
Oh, I've been at Covington.
Did you
PD.
quit stuttering?
No, Covington PD. To my friends there, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting about the Fuzz Run. And it's only because I'm not running it this year, but there is a Covington Fuzz Run.
You don't go anymore because you started getting a Brazilian.
No, Scotty. The Covington Fuzz Run is the annual police run that raises money for the Shop with the Cop Christmas program.
Shoplift with a cop?
Shop with a cop.
Oh God, you kind of confused me there for a second.
Shop with a cop. Okay.
Shoplifting with a cop.
No.
Look, guy, there's a gang member. He looks left and you're pocketing condoms.
No.
I would think they've done the best places to shoplift too.
No, you guys.
Staying here, the camera angle's not
That'd
good.
be great.
Children, focus.
Wouldn't that be
Children.
cool?
Yeah.
Do they do electronics?
Okay,
You're
if
going
you
to
can
do a
hear me
fuzz
clap
run
once.
with a cop
Yeah.
and shoplift with a cop.
Well, they got the best dope.
Children.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Don't look over here.
So-
I can't help you.
I know. I wasn't even looking at you. I'm looking at these other two dimwits that are in my eyesight right now.
I can't tell with them glasses. I can't see your eyes.
You know what? You were so sweet and innocent when you started here.
I know, and then y'all
now you're
infected me.
name
What the
calling.
hell happened?
Y'all
Yeah.
infected
Did you
me.
fall and hit your head?
Last night they were commenting that you were sitting over here where Tyler is now, and everybody was on the internet going, "Is she stoned? She looks like she's stoned." Because you
No.
were going like this.
She was
When-
asleep.
I was nodding because, well, okay, so what happened last night was Bella licked my hand, and I finally realized that I'm allergic to Bella's slava.
See what happens when a girl licks her? She just goes, ah.
No, I'm allergic to Bella's slava.
We see now how the transformation took place.
Anyway, but the Covington Fuzz Run, last day to register September the 12th, online $20 per person, $68 per family of 4. It goes to a great cause.
The fuzz run is what?
It's the annual, it's a 5K. It's either a 1 mile fun run or a 5K.
It's probably a 5K. It's probably like the same path they use for the witches run that we did last year.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool thing. When does it take place?
September the 12th.
I don't.
Online registration in September the 8th. And it's a lot of fun. I've done it the last 3-4 years, but this year I will be in New Jersey. I'm so excited.
Are you running from the law?
No, I'm actually going to go.
No, up there she'll be running from the Crips.
I'm going to speak at a podcasting conference as a spotlight speaker.
You gonna wear a Just for Fun shirt?
No, I'm wearing a back test shirt.
Oh yeah, I already knew she wasn't going to represent us.
Traitor.
Well, you don't like podcasters anyway.
Traitor.
Well,
Yeah.
Traitor.
So there it is. All right, take
I
us
just
to commercial.
I just don't get the whole podcast thing.
Take us to commercial before.
Traitor.
I'm not
My
talking
problem is I
True.
believe radio is supposed to be live. And that's why corporate radio and me are different, because when you call us, you're live. You may be 30 seconds in reality only because of what it takes to get from here through the World Wide Web to your phone. But in all purposes, you're calling a live show. And I think it's stupid that I call corporate radio and we could be upwards to 30 minutes behind reality. Or
Right.
sometimes not even reality.
Well,
I think it's a big
podcasting started.
it's a trick. It's trickery, and I think it's just not right.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
You think it's smoke and mirrors?
I think it's smoke and mirrors.
I disagree with you. I disagree.
If I
with you.
wanted to hear a pre-recording something, I'd go get the Bible on cassette.
No, but okay, so when I first started podcasting, we used a platform called Blog Talk Radio.
Mhm.
And Blog Talk, I could have up to 50 live callers at one time.
Oh, they
So
don't have
people-
that many now, right? Can you have that many now?
Yeah, you can still have that many. But that was when I
Okay,
first started.
When Blog Talk, that's where can they actually speak or
Yeah.
they just call in? Because
No, they can.
Oz
call in
was
and
somewhere
speak.
the other day, and I get some text. Go here, go call this number, and I'm thinking I'm fixing to call and talk to somebody live, and all it did was connect me to listening to a radio show. And everybody that calls the number, they're now instead of I guess if you're not using your stream data, you're
Right.
just calling a number, so it's free. Which I would love to find out how that worked, because that might save some people on the streaming part of things. But it was just an odd feeling, because I thought I was calling to talk to somebody.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Blog Talk did. You would press 1 if you wanted to get into the host queue, and then we would pull you from the host queue.
Okay, so if I didn't press 1, what would happen?
You would just listen.
Okay.
Listen over your phone.
So that's what that person has then.
Yeah.
And write that down. Let's figure out how to do that too for the people that complain. And I'm not complaining that you're complaining, but the people that complain about eating all their stream data up. If we can provide that, that'd be cool.
Okay. Yeah, it's just
Get on that.
It's just Blog Talk Radio, but
Yeah.
but it becomes a podcast at that point, and that's what you don't want to do.
It's a big.
The problem is podcast, they've stereotyped and labeled something, and it's not always exactly accurate. Because the podcasting originally was 4 guys sitting there in their underwear, scratching their ace, talking on a microphone in a little small closet-sized room. And
Right.
then it became, again, the name misrepresents what they were doing, because first podcasting were just people sitting up doing live crap that was just very unprofessional live crap.
Right.
Then it became, but of course now everybody stereotypes it as still the four guys in their underwear in a closet somewhere. Everybody still visualizes it being that tacky. But the problem is, then it became people were recording stuff and nothing was real anymore. Nothing was live and nothing, it was edited. It was 30 days ago. And
right. Well, and the people like the Serial podcast. Have y'all ever heard the Serial podcast?
No.
Oh my God.
What is it? Count Chocula and Lucky Charms debating it or something?
Not Serial.
Oh, you got to debate Lucky Charms.
They're great.
See?
SERI. It's SERI.
I'm dyslexic. Don't try to spell crap to me.
I know. I just realized that who I was spelling
like you're
for.
trying to spell for me. Yeah. Keep going.
Okay. But anyway, it talks about this murder, and it chronologicals a murder over like 12 weeks.
So you're listening to 12 weeks of.
You're listening to 12 weeks. They go back. What they do is they're going back.
So it's Bible on cassette.
It's not Bible on cassette. They're going back and they're talking about this murder that happened.
No, my point is it goes back. We're listening to a taped show.
Yes, you're listening to a tape
All right,
show.
Bible on cassette. That's my point.
But
that is like the most lamest thing ever.
It's not lame, Scotty.
I mean, I would love, which we do with our YouTube, we have it archived so you can go back if you want to, but we're still a live show.
Right. And that's what we do on TuneIn too. I mean, it's archived and you can go back and listen. And
who is?
That's what we do.
We
just for fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you have your audio, you have your video.
So you're merging us between the world of live and the world of podcasting.
Yes, I am. One step at a
Speaking
time.
of all this, I'm going to play some POD.
What is POD?
It's a band.
Oh. Anyway, I thought we were going to do a commercial. Oh,
we are.
Shout out to our sponsors this morning. Good morning, Gravity Craft and Homebrew, and White Brothers Automotive Supplies.
Yes.
And also Ravish. Ravish is going to be in the studio with us today.
And then who's that Carlotta again?
Exclusive Automotive Group. And I think she's actually going to come in at 11:30 today to record her audio. I think.
Cool.
I think.
Alrighty.
Not sure.
Cool.
11:30. That's like right in the middle of where we got to be places.
I know.
Okay. We'll go. We'll talk after.
We'll talk. Yeah.
Let's go to commercial.
Hey,
since she keeps bringing up pod, I'm going to play some POD. We'll be right back, everybody.
I don't know what POD is.
We've got to start at 8:00 taking a break. I know, like yesterday, we were on a great subject and I couldn't stop. And then again this morning.
So we don't have to close that door anymore?
Yeah, that's your job.
Oh.
When you sit down, you're always supposed to double check that. I'm muting all the speakers for a second, or the microphone. That way we're not just killing everybody.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna play another song. I gotta go. All right, Tyler, if the show starts back, don't park my seat. Don't low ride my seat. Don't adjust my seat.
Correction. 10 o'clock, Scotty.
I got a story about Justin Gaines.
You do. And what's your story, Molo?
You know who Justin Gaines is?
No, I'm getting ready to Google him.
He was a Gwinnett teenager.
Oh, the one that went missing from Wild Bill.
Yes. He went to high school with my cousins.
Really?
Yeah, like they were friends.
They were looking for him in a well.
Yeah, they
been looking at wells for years.
They have a suspect. They know who did it.
Shut up.
They just need They just need
A body.
Either a body or evidence.
That is so sad. Do they have a motive, or have they released?
I don't
it
know.
yet?
They're keeping a lot from us. The sheriff of Gwinnett County says a couple people are going to jail pretty soon.
Wow.
I mean, they never just say that, especially not Gwinnett County. They don't divulge anything. Walton County, maybe they will say that. But Gwinnett County is pretty tight in the sphincter area when it comes to that.
Wow. I mean, I knew something happened to him because it was just so weird. But that's just, no. But at least his family will finally get closure.
His mom just said that she wants her boy to be back where he belongs, at home.
It's heartbreaking. That is so hard. I cannot imagine what that family's going through.
And he was pretty popular, and it was a big deal. And
I know Emmy knew him.
Emmy?
Mm-hmm. It's just so sad. You just never know. Okay, my other adopted son may be hanging out with us for Pride.
Okay.
He's a little younger than you are, so that means that I've got to
God, I can't wait till I'm 21. I can go anywhere I want.
I know.
No, you can't go anywhere.
Well, yeah, you can.
No, you can't go to like Bosnia and Herzegovina. You can go passport.
Well, who said that you wanted to go there, Mike?
I don't feel like going there.
He said you could go anywhere, but you can't.
In the continental United
Don't nitpick
States.
Back at me nitpicking. Because that's like nitpicking to the second degree, and damn it, we're not allowed to have any damn fun.
Careful.
Stop it. The freaking radio station. It's the morning show. You hold that fun.
Hell, it's nice today.
Thank you, baby.
That's something we used to say, to like change the subject. We used to always go in the military because we all have the same haircut. What are you doing something different with your hair?
Oh, sweet. My friend Clayton English made it to the top 5 of Last Comic Standing last night.
Yay. Why is he not in our radio station?
Wasn't he supposed to call in one time, or is that somebody else?
No, that was one that Jacob did.
Oh, Jacob, if you're listening, you need help with your phone numbers and stuff.
Yeah. You're no longer reliable.
Excuse me.
All right, headphones on.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not
Never mind, we got 3 minutes. I misread.
the boss.
You misread.
You're not the boss of me.
I'm gonna lower your seat real quick.
You're not the boss of me.
I'll kick you in your uterus.
Oh my gosh. You want to kick a lot of people in the uterus these days, huh, Scotty?
I got in my seat the other day, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! If this is how my parents felt every time I got in their car,
It was so funny because he was only about this high.
I go to lean back, and I'm like, I feel like I'm on the screen machine. Woo! Ah! Woo!
Okay, so
I just popped something.
I have a serious question. Where is Houston?
Houston is over where I live.
It's between Winder and
Winder in Athens.
Oh, okay. I'd never heard of it before.
Coming out of Winder, or it's a blink before Brazelton.
Near Statham.
I never heard. Okay, so it's like North Georgia.
Sort of, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Up 80, you can go up 85, go past the Mall of Georgia, like 2 exits, and take a right.
Okay.
Until you get to South Carolina. Gotta go through there.
Through Houston.
Are you coming up to Houston?
Well, we're doing a fall festival there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to treat black folks, but come on. That's a joke. That's a joke. I just wanted to say her.
You know, because Scotty has me traumatized.
I don't know how they're going to treat black folks. She was like,
Scotty's got me traumatized. You know?
Hope you know that Conyers has their own section.
Yes, they do.
Where black people can't go.
No, really?
I hadn't found it yet, though.
I got caught up in the middle of it.
Here's what I found out.
Right here in the studio.
Here's what I found out. I found out the places that she's not allowed, I'm not allowed either.
That's pretty sad.
Oh, crap. Here's this DJ dude again.
Her and her little tongue.
I know, but she's got a kindred, very kind heart.
Bella was so funny last night. She wanted to go out and potty last night, Scotty, and I was like, crap, because y'all were down here in the studio. I didn't know if I let her out outside or she would come back to me. I'm like, Bella, you just got to
outside where?
Baby. Up there.
Oh yeah. If you go out the garage, make her go right in front of the bus.
I made her hold it. I was like, just wait till they come up. So I hope y'all let her out.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. No, she's still holding it.
I was scared that she wasn't going to come back because she didn't have a leash or anything.
No, she won't go nowhere.
Doesn't have it on a collar.
All you got to do is snap them fingers.
Well, I can't snap. Oh, wait.
Man, why you gotta do that? Is that some kind of power trip? You over here petting the dog, you gotta snap your fingers to the dog.
I like her better.
He's got a sportier snap than you.
I don't have the
He's
snap
like
ability.
Carlton when he's.
I don't have the snap ability.
He can do the Z snap too, you know.
Ouch. Tyler, I need something to make me snap better.
Honey, you gotta have the attitude.
You have some too.
Keep your toot over there, okay?
Yeah. Oh, I need to wrap my arm. Oh my God, it's jiggly.
Oh God.
Get up, Billy.
Going back live.
Get some.
I don't think I'm gonna.
All right, going back live. I brought us in on Rico Suave. if
What's that?
it's 8:27 and I'm gonna be PG-13 for just a brief second.
Oh,
If Tyler did gay porn, he'd be Rico Slave.
Oh, that's like not nice.
wow.
My stage name is Tranny Oakley.
God, that was disgusting.
Do you go out there in chaps with a cowboy hat?
Yep.
He went out there one time as Minnie Pearl, but that's only because he left the receipt on the back of his dress.
Well, that and I can sing just like Ethel Merman, and I'm willing to belt one out if
No,
everybody wants
we
me.
know.
We're good.
We are
good.
okay.
Thank you.
We're good with that. Thanks so much, Mike.
So back to the POD casting. I want to know why the white man wasn't invited.
Well, black supremacy podcasting.
I'm seeing it.
No, that's not.
They can't take me to New Jersey. Is there like a new ban on white guys?
Yeah, you can't.
No, that's not.
Well, no, you can't.
We already have our quota, sir. You're not
could
allowed.
go into LaGuardia, but you have to immediately leave.
Leave.
Yeah, you can transfer. It's like the international airport in
Like-
Heathrow.
Like Marta's 5-point
Yeah,
station.
you can get there, but you can't get
Now
out of
for
there.
your north terminal, please go down and get on the next sub to get the hell out.
All of you white people, please sit in the back of the bus. I don't care if you fill up the whole bus. You all sit in the back.
No, I mean okay. So when I applied to be in this conference, I was not a member of your radio family. You and I were we were social acquaintances
because of the dog.
because of the dog.
So is it like an invite of you plus one?
It was.
Why the hell am I not your plus one?
Black woman trying to keep the white man down.
Leave it to a lesbian to pass judgment on the white man.
That's right.
No, next year I'm actually going to apply, and I'm going to do a whole different category called podcasting and broadcasting, and I'm going to submit us.
So I just had a text message, and God knows I want to stay on this POD for a second, but I want to hear Ethel Merman.
Oh, cool.
I want to hear Ethel sing.
Who is it?
Heath.
Heath. Oh, I love Heath, man. Heath, brother, you need to call me or you need to come by. I need to talk to you.
I haven't met Heath yet. Or have I
haven't?
met Heath?
I don't know. I don't
big
know
guy?
I don't know if you've met him or not.
I don't think.
Big Goat, let's go for it though.
Okay, you ready? There's no business like show business like no business I know.
I just picture him in a moo and it being a drag show.
Oh, absolutely. I'll do the hair and everything.
I totally pictured that too.
I just threw up a little in my mouth.
Yeah, well, that's your fault. You shouldn't date.
Ew.
Bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
That was a good one, man.
So do y'all have this for a second? I got to go return a call. The insurance people just
Oh,
Okay.
boy. Here we
Yeah,
go.
We got it.
Just so you know, Doc, me and Denise pretty much had to do the whole show yesterday because of this right here. Hey.
Mike, be nice. I know that was like
That was great.
that was good.
He went right in front of the camera. Your whole head was on the camera screen. It was like,
Okay. So September is National Disaster Preparedness Month.
yeah,
And-
we were talking about guns and gadgets. We were talking about prepping.
Yeah, the theme is "Don't wait, communicate." So I think we should push that out as a hashtag. What do you think, Mike?
Look, Doc, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm trying all these new little things with our social media stuff.
Mhm.
So I've always kind of said since I've been here that I used to say I'll handle social media, but then I divvied it up and nothing happened. So I'm really just kind of doing Facebook, LinkedIn, and trying to figure out freaking YouTube.
Okay.
And then, he said he was going to do Twitter.
I'm doing Twitter.
Okay. And so I'm going to be honest with you. I do have a Twitter account, but I've never tweeted anything.
Tweeted.
Tweeted, rap, rock,
Tweet with an E.
vape. Y'all quit. Okay. I am
No,
almost
but I
51
think
years old.
I think that hashtag "Don't wait, communicate" would
Uh-huh.
be cool.
Okay. That's cool. I mean, if we could,
Tyler, let's
yeah,
roll
I mean,
with
we
that.
have to divide some of these responsibilities so that we're making sure
Hashtag
things are getting done.
Hashtag "Don't
um,
wait, communicate."
God, I'm sorry is from Heath. He it actually says I'm so sorry because he just
Well-
realized he encouraged that. Hey, how about this? Apparently my insurance people have my email address and Tyler's email address confused.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they had me listed as Yo BJ Scotty. And I said, no, it's Yo DJ. Like Yo DJ, play me that song. Yo DJ Scotty. I said, now Tyler's, he might be Yo BJ, but it wouldn't say Scotty, it'd say Tyler. So apparently y'all just have the two of them mixed up.
Oh my god.
Do you have any bourbon in this house?
There is beer. In
You're
the
not
refrigerator.
legal. You just admitted to everybody that you're not 21, so you cannot drink
you
from
cannot
me.
drink.
Can you podcast?
Yes, because anybody can do that.
Mike, don't pound him. Mike, do
Mike.
not pound him.
Oh,
Mike,
that was a setup.
Mike.
We do that.
Mike, no hug for you. No hug.
Did you notice that when I did it? Usually when I'm
Cheers.
setting him up, I'll look over at him to see if he's following every night. She's not doing anything. So this time I said, you know what? Because that was a good one about the email. So I figured I'd just say it like looking like
And
this.
the girl was giggling,
And
she's like, I think your email's wrong. I changed it because I'm pretty sure it wasn't right. And I said, really? What did it say? She said, she said, is it supposed to be BJ or DJ? I said, son of a, I said, they fixed it 3 times yesterday. She goes, well, apparently not. She said, but I did fix it, but I need to let corporate know. I said, yeah, because BJ is not me.
Hey, you want to hear something funny?
If I was going to make an email that said Yo BJ, it wouldn't be Yo BJ Scotty. It'd be like Yo BJ behind 7-Eleven.
that uncomfortable dead
Everybody
air
got
right there.
uncomfortable with that one.
Where's the 7-Eleven?
Yo BJ Marta. I mean, it'd be like, it'd be Yo BJ Tyler
Oh, my head hurts now.
at justfordumbradio.com.
Scotty. you make my
Ow.
head
Everybody's it's pepper spray has not been released in this building. Everybody's rubbing their eyes.
It's like my brains are coming out my eyes.
Do you have any bourbon in this house?
Please address all hate mail
Oh.
to Mike's cell phone number, not mine.
Yeah, that's cool. Now I was gonna say Heath. Heath is going through some stuff, man. And
Why are you saying it on air?
Oh, he posts on Facebook.
I don't care.
I
That's
know,
his
but-
page.
I know, but I'm just saying. I
Hey.
care about him.
Hey,
I care about him.
what he posts on his page means his friends read.
Well, there's only 4 of us.
Right. So that means only 4 people are reading it. You're
No.
saying it across
It's because I care about
so
him.
you're saying it across the weird, across
The
the
World
world.
Wide Web.
Golly, Wally, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to get that on Aunt B's dress.
Freaking BJ
Okay,
Scotty.
let me try to back us out of where we're going.
What do you mean by
Save us,
that?
Doc. Save
Come on,
us.
come on, boys. Come on, let's get in the car.
She's gonna
Everyone
back
in the
us out.
car.
She's gonna back us out.
Come on, let's back out. So, speaking of cars, remember Bow Wow?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's actually
I want candy.
Dun.
That's Bow Wow.
No.
That's Bow Wow Wow. Yes, it is. That was 1980.
Bow Wow Wow Yibbio. Never mind.
No, that's a different song, Doc.
But no, Bow Wow
podcasters
is
don't
selling.
know it like that.
He's selling a car that could have easily become part of a Star Wars social media, a Star Wars flick. It's a 2014 BMW i8. I had to go
Those are
Google
nice.
that.
Oh no,
I'm
those are
fixing to.
beautiful. They're
But-
beautiful.
That car is $150,000.
Yes, ma'am. That is a
Scotty,
dream of mine.
Can Crystal and I have a BMW
Hold,
i8?
That is
let's
a badass
let's go
car.
find
man.
this car.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Mm.
Absolutely
Crystal and I
beautiful.
would like to
Very low
request that for,
profile.
for our executive compensation package for
And did
Just
you
for
say it's a
Fun Radio,
BMW?
Yeah, BMW i8.
Crystal and I would like a BMW i8.
Beautiful car, man. I'm absolutely.
I like how
in
whenever
love
you
with-
want anything, you put Crystal's name in there.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
Crystal and I.
Look at that.
Yeah, isn't that sweet?
Yeah,
I saw
bad.
that's the concept version. That's not the actual, but
That's the
it's
2013. That one, the one that he just had up was 2013.
So what am I looking for?
The 2014 BMW i8, please.
The concept version.
Are you doing anything with your hair, Mike?
No, shut up. Oh,
And we'll even take it used, Scotty. I mean,
That's
I'm not
it?
being picky or anything.
Is that it?
how about the new
Yeah.
Telsa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That silver car's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
His might be black or something, but that's it.
Yeah.
Did you
that's
see
it.
the new Telsa?
I
The
saw
new,
that.
The new Telsa scored higher than 100% on the Consumer Reports.
Yes.
It blew the thing out of the market.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
That's
like
cool
100.
with the aerodynamics, how they did that
Oh,
back
yeah.
fin.
Oh, it's sweet.
So we can get that.
And
I
it's-
have somebody saying it's ugly as sin.
Yeah, well, some people don't have a taste. I think it's gorgeous, and the light is. Look at that! Oh my God, that's me.
And it can go from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. We really need
Yeah, but
that.
where are you going to drive it?
It can go to 0 to no panties in 3 seconds.
The only problem. Oh, and it's convertible too. Look, the only problem is it's a 2-seater.
I said Crystal and I didn't say anything about you.
Look, I went and bought a Corvette. I went and bought a Corvette, and shortly after that, I realized I could only get one hoochie in it. So I went and bought an Excursion because I could get
Yeah.
8 hoochies in it.
Yeah, but my Corvette, I just put 2 small hoochies in it.
Well, Crystal and I don't need a seat
Not on
for anyone
78.
else.
You wasn't getting away with 2 people in the front seat.
We
of that
don't
car.
need a seat for anyone else, just Crystal and I. So
One
can
sitting
we go
behind
ahead
you.
and should I go ahead and call the dealership and ask them? I could call Exclusive Automotive Group. I'm sure they could get us
I'm
one.
sure they could run your credit and get you that.
Well, no, but you're getting it as part of our executive
Yeah,
compensation.
the hell I am.
package.
So we just had this conversation yesterday. So Doc calls me and says, for $900 a month for 6 months. No. First it's for $900. We can be on a billboard sign for 6 months. And I'm like, well, damn, $900 for 6 months is awesome. She goes, oh no, Scotty, it's $900 a month. I said, no. I said, that's like pissing away money. Why would I do that right now? If I did what I already said I was going to do with my sponsors and we all go in and make one big billboard and all of us have our logos on it, that, we can break down to $300, for 2.5 months. That's worth it. But I'm like, I'm not throwing away $1,800 for every 2 months. I'm like, we could be in a building for $900 a month. I can buy shirts and give away shirts and get exposure. Why would I want to do that?
Well, if you get us this 2014 BMW i8, we will put a Just for Fun radio license.
Little
tag.
Richard says it's fugly.
Well, that's because you would still need a stepladder to get in it, Richard. Dwarf.
It can be just like the Fun Bus. It can be one of those things.
No, the hell it couldn't be. You can't get anybody in it.
But Crystal and I
It'd
would
be
look
funny to
really
s-
good.
Whatever. It'd be funny to see me and Mike trying to get in it and out of it.
Well, let me tell you something. Gravity will help me get in it.
Yeah, but gravity
gonna
will
help you
also
get out.
stop you from getting out.
Yeah,
of
it ain't pretty because when I got out of the Corvette, I'd have to put my hand on the ground and scoot. It wasn't pretty.
I was so anal about my Corvette,
I
man.
bet you were.
I had the black interior. Jesus.
Yeah,
Every
black on
white piece of lint that would hit the carpet, I actually kept a dustbuster in my garage and
No
vacuumed
way.
the car every time I got out of it.
Are you serious?
Oh, it was horrible, man.
Scotty.
It was horrible. I mean, it was fun to drive. I loved owning it. It was red. Top came out. Black leather interior. Black everything on the interior. Beautiful car. But every white grain of sand or gravel dust you could see in this car. So literally, I would get in it and you would have to take your heels and kick the asphalt and shake everything off your feet before you got in my car.
Cool.
Jacob said if you get it, he's going to ride in the back seat.
There's no place to put a wheelchair.
We'll figure it out, Jacob. Just help me lobby
And
for it.
there's no
Strap
back
him.
seat.
Strap him to the top.
Just help me lobby for this 2014
We'll put a trailer
BMW
hitch on
i8.
it and tow him like a
Hey,
Jeep
yeah,
on an RV.
He's got his own seat.
He has a personal assistant now. The state provided him with a personal assistant for like 8 hours a day.
awesome. That is awesome.
Gives his parents a break.
That's
Pretty
very cool.
We're talking about who?
Drew.
We were talking about Jacob, wasn't we?
Yeah, I said
I thought
Jacob.
There's
No.
not much difference.
No, I said Jacob.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Okay, so
broccoli, cauliflower.
all right, so Tori Spelling.
You're a dick.
Y'all.
I
Tori.
apologize, but that was a deep move. Oh my God.
Boys. You know,
And y'all say I shouldn't call him fat. Really?
I was
After that, he deserves to be called that and much more.
I was going to talk about a story about 5 things that you need to do when raising boys, but
I can
I don't-
tell you one of them. Abort the one that looks like him.
I'm like, you know, I think I need to go have
Holy crap.
communion with all of the members of your families that you grew up with.
Selling off my body parts.
My goodness.
Look, I don't have an arm.
Okay, so Tori Spelling is now suing
Stumpy
Benihana.
dwarf. What?
She's suing Benihana
For what?
because
She choke on rice?
No.
The little things they serve those drinks in that looks like
She
hotei.
tripped and fell on a hibachi grill, and she said that she got 2nd and 3rd degree burns.
I did see that she
She's-
had burns.
She's a bazillionaire. Her dad was a billionaire.
And
Yeah, but I don't know that she got any money. You know, her mom
She's
kind of took everything.
she said that she has lost wages because of the burns, and she was unable to work.
she's got wacky eyes and her boobs aren't symmetrical. I don't like her at all.
Oh my gosh!
The
Have you
fact
ever
is,
seen-
the fact is, she paid for her boobs. She can go get that fixed. So
Yeah, you would think.
You go to
would
this-
think.
you know,
Apparently,
you don't buy your boobs at the scratch and dent. I mean, just because I got my refrigerator at the Sears at Hugh Howell Road and it came with a little ding in the side of it,
Rob's Renovations.
you just mixed like 2 businesses together.
Yeah, you just did the Porterhouse in Social Dale.
Stop it.
At least the Porterhouse and Social Dale is semi-correct because it's the Social House and
I
Porterdale.
was just being
He
funny
just
about-
mixed 2 businesses together.
Well, see, we since we don't do commercials on time, I figured I'd just combine them.
You would combine them all into one.
Yeah.
Well,
What would be the
God.
name if we combined all of our sponsors?
Shoot.
Oh my
Crack,
Really.
meth.
Fill your growler at Rob's Performance.
oh my gosh. Okay, so speaking of crack and meth, you know, Crystal.
Speaking of crack and meth.
You know, Crystal, your wife.
No,
Thanks for putting my wife's name in that sentence.
no, Crystal and I were driving. Crystal took me on a
Would
field
it be
trip the other
offensive
day.
if I said you just dumb-aced it?
No, listen, you got to listen to the
so
whole
it wouldn't
story.
be offensive if I said you just dumb-aced it.
Crystal and I were on a
You just
field trip.
dumb-aced it, Doc.
Crystal and I were taking a field trip.
Where were you? The projects?
We actually, she did take me to the project.
Oh my God.
So are y'all selling or buying?
No, she took me to the projects because I wanted to see the projects. And so Crystal took me there. And then
She was trying to drop her off.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
because I was like, I wanted to see the projects in Covington.
We had said that we were going to give her a tour because she apparently, I said, you know what? You and Benny have lived here and you know where nothing is. Like, you know, main roads. You don't know what neighborhoods not to go in.
Right,
So
no,
I
we
said
didn't.
this to my wife. And next thing I know, these two are driving around the projects
Okay.
trying to score some.
And we're trying to Periscope. And I'm like, Well, and Crystal's like, well, Doc, do you think that we should do this here? And I'm like, yeah.
Could you see them
Periscope.
periscoping and only focusing on the periscope? And during the periscope, you see a dude walk up from behind with a gun going, give me your phone. That would be a funny periscope.
That would not be a funny periscope.
We need to do that as a joke.
Be like, who y'all talking to?
We need to do it
We're
as a joke.
periscoping. Ain't no damn submarine up in here.
No.
Speaking of going down.
Yeah,
Never
so
mind.
we did
Dive.
So we did that.
Dive.
And Crystal,
Live from the projects.
Crystal took me through Oxford, and so she was telling me about some of the places.
Oxford to the.
I'm telling when Crystal and I hang out, I learn a
It's
lot.
dangerous. What do you mean?
I learn a lot of stuff though. So,
Send 2 women to the projects. That was smart.
but we made it out. We made it.
We're
out.
here for the hors d'oeuvres.
And we actually had wine and cheese with us.
I
So
was
if,
about to say, you don't.
if anything
You
would
guys
have
don't have wine.
if anything would have happened, we would
Mad
have said,
dog.
do y'all want some wine and cheese? Could we come in, talk about it?
I'm
What
sure.
you got in that brown bag?
Yeah.
Oh, you got Mad Dog.
Got a
Is that
wine
grape
cooler.
or orange?
Man, is that
Grape of Fawn.
Subway?
No, but
Is
so
that Subway?
okay. Are y'all gonna let me finish telling my story?
No.
We're too busy
You
laughing.
haven't figured that out yet, Doc. We're
Okay, so
we're
y'all it's
so
in the-
running
You're
interference.
not here to talk. If you want to talk, you can do it on your podcast.
Yeah, that's right. So you went. I had nothing to do with that one. I'm just saying. Don't correct the white man.
She flicked me off.
You know that can still be seen on camera. Just because you're doing it low to the table, you're doing it on the camera side. You podcasters ain't used to the cameras, are you?
No, we don't use video.
And it's not live. Okay, so go back to you were in the projects. I'm
Okay,
still
so-
confused.
Why are you confused? Because we were in the project.
Yeah, because I never thought letting you two get in a car would send you to the projects.
Well, we went and got
if
our
I told you to go to the projects, y'all be like, hell no. Y'all ended up in the projects, though.
we went and got our nails done, and we were talking.
What part of the nails ended up there?
Did you get acrylics? Like what?
Was Shalonda doing nails in apartment B or something?
No,
No.
Shalonda don't do nails.
No.
Cow.
No, we went and got our nails done. So we were talking, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, we need to hang out. We haven't done anything fun this week." And so,
Go to the projects?
Bing.
I mean, yeah, that's like the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Rob, what you doing after work, man?
Yeah.
Let's-
I was just
let's-
gonna grab a couple beers.
That's
head over to the
right. You
project.
got any
You want to go?
wine?
You want to go cruise? I know where they serving some good brown bagged wine.
Yo,
this-
check this out. We
so-
go by the deli section, get some cheese.
So this
And go
summer-
on into the projects.
So this summer, me and the kids are going on vacation. We're going to Compton.
It's this cool.
All
It's a cool
right.
playground. They got this
Going-
really cool playground down there. Don't
Yeah, it's all made out of wrought iron and concrete.
and it's rusted.
Doc's phone's lighting up over here. Okay, so you went to the projects. I guess we need to shut up long enough to hear what you really had a reason
That's
there.
so funny.
yes, okay, because I'm a firm believer that in order to advocate for an area, I need to understand everybody in the area.
Well, first you'd have to be black, Doc.
I
check.
am black.
Check.
You're tanned
Um,
like a fine leather suitcase.
And look, I'm not trying to be mean, but those glasses really make you look like a nerd.
How can you relate to somebody in the project?
You're gonna get beat up.
Visually, if you didn't open your mouth,
Yeah.
visually they may confuse you as a
Yeah.
local, but you're far from a local. You would
Yeah.
open your mouth and I could just see a black girl turning around who's blind and go, "Who let the white girl in here?"
Yeah. And if they don't hear you, they're gonna be like, "Yo, Mima, Mima, don't walk in the road." That crazy girl got Alzheimer's so damn bad. She got that dementia.
Okay, so you
So-
needed it to be an advocate.
yeah, so I mean, I wanted to see the areas that I frequent.
You don't frequent there.
Well, I do go down there.
Oh, I drive past it all the time.
But I do go down there, because we go shopping in Covington. We drive past. We go to that Walmart down there a lot. We go
Well, I'm still finding
Oh,
it
yeah,
hard to
that's-
figure out where you and the projects came in.
because Crystal and I wanted to. I was like, I said, show me all of Covington, and she's like, all of it.
So she took you to the 4 trailer parks?
Well, we went there and we went
Don't
through
blink.
the other projects, and then we went through some. We went down this road and we went through some cows and stuff, and it was really cool. So she was telling me about the area and about how the area had changed and everything. And so she was like, meth, but meth came in. I was like, meth came in I was like, no, meth is new. She's like, no, doc, meth has been here a long
Yeah.
time.
It's I mean, I remember being, well, I'm trying to not word it so bad. There's a house that they just destroyed within the last few years. It's on 36, right as you're coming in to the city limits of Covington.
Mhm.
And it was behind this little bitty trashy store. Let's just word it that way. And I remember being in that driveway with my Uncle Ricky when he was buying crack.
Wow. See, I thought meth was a new thing
No.
because
Well, crack was
cocaine 80s, early 80s.
and baking soda. Meth is methamphetamine, and basically
and whatever they can mix it with.
Yeah, you have to boil it first. You've got to get it into a liquid state, and then it has to crystallize. And once it crystallizes, they shatter it, and then that's how it's sold. And you can either smoke it, you can paradrop it. I've never really seen anybody inject it.
I've never actually seen anybody do meth. I've seen people smoke some rock
Oh, wow.
and shoot heroin, shoot cocaine, and shoot speedballs. I've watched it. I've watched that.
but
Yeah.
you know, it was really
It's interesting watching somebody shoot cocaine for the first time.
If you see them with a
I'm not saying it's smart. I'm just
Yeah.
saying you were in shock. You're
Yeah.
like, are you really
Well,
doing that in front of me?
with a lighter and a polycarbonate pipe, okay, and it changes. Basically, the liquid boils. The crystal changes into a liquid state, liquid into a vapor. They suck in the vapor, and then you know how we joke about sub-ohm cloud chasing with Alex, but that's what it looks like. A tremendous amount of smoke comes out, and it burns. And snorting it is, you can do it because it gets in your system, but it burns. It's pretty bad.
Well, you know what really surprised me though, because I know in law enforcement, like when I went through the academy in '94, and you know they were all talking to us about how crack had changed certain areas, and then
Because they claim that you can't do crack one time.
right, and then in certain areas they were, you know, we had it was someone from Hall County who came in and talked to us about how meth had transformed that area. And so in my mind, I always thought that meth and crack came in about the same time.
Mm-mm.
But, you know, and now that as Crystal was showing me the areas, I'm seeing the true impact that meth has had on communities. I mean, you drive through these areas and you're like, oh my gosh. You know, so it was a very eye-opening experience for me.
Have you heard of
say that.
FLAC? FLAKK? FLAC?
No.
Yeah, it's FLAC. It's basically turning people into freaking zombies.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's big in South Florida.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just hit your Google over there and
My
go
problem is
FLAKK.
you got to be a effed up kind of individual if you're willing to smoke something that has rat poison in it. I mean, you got to. At what point do you go? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it was very.
I'm still
eye-opening.
I don't know. I guess you needed to know it. It was just an odd scenario to.
Oh, see,
We should take the bus and do it like a star tour.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, no. But what I'm saying is, get in the bus and let's go Glenwood, down Glenwood to cut through over to Wesley Chapel, go down around Rainbow, back up to Candler.
Look,
Candler back over to Memorial Drive and go down Memorial where Avondale and all that is. I'll do like a tour of my life and you will be able to see everything that you grew up with, like where old Lionel Play World used to be, Belvedere Plaza where it used to be.
I remember Belvedere Plaza.
all that
I
stuff.
used to be there Saturday.
We could go in the bus.
Nah, I'm a pass.
Why? You don't think we'd have enough firepower?
Well, that's not it. Is you know, as a military, as a kind of a guy that did, you know, particular
We'll take a
missions.
DeKalb County cop with us. At least we'll be in DeKalb County the whole time.
Yeah, but then the cops show up. There's a chance he'll shoot the cops. Those three knuckleheads the other night. But no, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. One, it's extremely depressing. Two, you see what I'm saying is what's going on right
It's
now
a
in our
reality
country.
check, man.
It's just not. You're gonna put yourself into danger that doesn't really require it. I know Doc can be with us and everybody, and we're all cool and all that other stuff, but some of these folks are so upset, and it's just like the Taliban they want to kill me. They don't know me. They just see my uniform. They just see my face. They want to kill me. You driving that bus, what if we accidentally get in a small accident or a fender bender or something, or somebody does think we're down there to buy drugs? Man.
Yeah, because we're going to bring a bus to go buy some rock.
Well, They don't. You see what I'm saying? Is a drug dealer doesn't care.
The good thing
A
is
drug
the
dealer's
windows don't
on
just
the-
roll down to
Yeah.
street level. That's the other good thing is
Yeah. Is the glass bulletproof?
no.
Change it out to bulletproof glass.
Oh,
I'll go
God,
with you.
you're an idiot. It's not going to be that bad.
No, it's not that way, and because not the homeschool co-op that we use is actually off of Moreland Avenue.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
And
Moreland's changed a lot.
Moreland has
it's
changed.
becoming more midtown.
we were looking at a house over there. Do you know that they want $925,000 for a house off Moreland Avenue?
Yeah.
It's 2 bedrooms.
The Virginia Highland Midtown area is growing.
Yeah.
It's expanding.
Emory-
Decatur's like that
Yeah,
now.
Emory has really caused those houses. There's a house that my brother's father-in-law owned
Mhm.
that was maybe 2 blocks away from Emory, and it's the size of the studio, and it was over $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was insane because I called Benny and I was like, because, we're actually looking at a house down the street from Scotty on the lake. And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe we should look up here.
Whatever you do, don't move on that side of the lake.
I know it's the one in the cul-de-sac
Yeah.
over here.
That's
I learned my lesson about that side of the lake.
oh god, that's funny.
Yeah, I've already
The
learned my
people-
lesson.
The
Thank
people
you.
on that side over there.
Well, that's the side that some robberies have been taking
I know,
place and
just
everything else.
And
So that's the one good thing about the speeding over here. You ain't got to worry about anybody being able to stop long
Holy
enough.
smokes! This morning we had a guy come at us. It looked like he was testing his sports car engine.
Dude, I need to
That
get
was
out
a
there
trip.
at about 6:45, 6:50. There's a bus that shoots through here that I can tell you is running 60 miles an hour. And all these idiots that drive school buses are going, them buses don't drive that fast. You're full of crap. I've
Yeah.
already been behind the flat nose one that's running 62 because I'm driving behind it video and it running at 62. We know it runs 62.
No, what
Tyler-
about that lady last night that wanted to cuss me out? I thought she was going to like go ballistic on me or something.
What are you talking?
When I
Oh,
was
yeah.
trying to
that car
turn.
that was coming at us.
Yeah.
Man, it was flying.
So this morning, or last night rather, Doc's trying to park across the street in my neighbor's yard, neighbor's driveway. And as she's going slow, got her blinker on, there's a black woman with 3 kids behind Doc, riding her bumper, screaming in front of the kids and flicking her off and everything. And I'm like, she's turning into a driveway. If I could legally throw sticks of dynamite, I would.
Yeah, that woman would have been blown up last night. Scotty was so mad at her.
Isn't that a trip? Because
And she's got her kids. So what kind of
Yeah.
role model is that for the kids?
well, when in the morning when we're coming in, I'll put my blinker on back at frickin' the memorial school, or the middle school, because it just
I do that too.
if you slow down on this road to turn into a driveway, I mean, you piss people off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
These people are just a pain in the arse. And again, why are we not having popos writing tickets? I'm not bashing the cops because I know everybody that says, oh, you know what? Put some cops out here, starts writing citations. This is a school zone.
Well,
We're between 2 schools.
they do that in DeKalb, because again, we did homeschool co-op yesterday. City of Decatur was out in full force. And
Well, here in Rockdale County, the traffic officers that are assigned this area right here,
mhm.
there's 3 of them. And so that really means that only one of them's on duty at any particular time. And from what I understand, he's a part-time canine officer, but he was loaned out to DeKalb County, but they got him back so that he could do motor officer for Covington. So
You know what?
I'm just-
I got to remove glasses.
I'm
for
just
that
shaking
one.
my head because somebody had commented, well, why don't you go do a ride along? I've already done a ride along. I already used the laser to see how it operates. I've already done all that.
and the officers want to come over here. They do. They want to come over here, but they just don't get assigned here.
Speaking of community things going on in Conyers, we actually have a party house meeting tonight. So
Woohoo!
Scotty, can you cover that?
How do
for
we
me?
know you're having a party?
Can we
No,
bring beer or what?
No, it's a our former commissioner Janice.
Janice. Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I kind of lost. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
Janice Van
Janice
Ness.
Van Ness is a representative of the Republican Party here in the Conyers area. And yeah, they're having a meeting at the Honey Creek
Country Club
Country Club
at 6:30.
at 6:30,
And-
and I may be there. I may leave you
Okay.
girls to run this, and
Yeah, we got this. I
the
need
problem is we gotta have somebody put the baby to bed so I can go to that.
Oh, well, couldn't we just bring her down here with us?
That's about as silly as you going riding through the projects.
I mean, because we are women
Pound it
empowered.
out, Mike.
Dang.
Mike.
Sorry.
We are women empowered. I mean, we can take care of the baby and run the studio. And
Yeah, but that baby don't know to shush for a mic.
And that baby loves to pull on her.
She loves to talk on a mic.
Pulls it towards her.
we got this,
All
guys.
right, we need to go out to a commercial. We'll be right back, everybody. It's just fun in the chaos moment. Morning. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
And when we come back, we're coming back with funny stories. We're looking up some
Is this
TMZ
the
now.
first
We'll be right back.
Thursday of the second year.
This is the first Thursday
Happy
of
first
Thursday.
Thursday.
Of Thursday. It is Thursday of Thursday. First Thursday of the month. We'll be right back. Everybody has Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, get
White
this.
chocolate covered strawberries filled with Moscato.
Man, that'd be nice. Get this.
Send me that picture.
Somebody sent me a recipe last night. It's
Is that Crystal here?
meatball in an onion
No, that would be the baby.
wrapped in bacon.
Really?
That's her running.
Mazay.
It's all turnkey, Joe Leaper. Turnkey Joe Leaper. I got to make another custom fit sound commercial because he's been picking on me, saying that you said it's turn and key and it's supposed to be turnkey. Yeah. Thanks for correcting me, automotive Nazi.
Oh, cool. My friend Sarah is taking her first steps.
She's going to rehab?
She has CIDP, the disease that I have, and she lost her ability to walk.
Oh. Sorry to hear that.
Didn't we hear that one already?
Huh?
I won't be here tomorrow.
I know. I don't know what I'm going to do. We're not going to be here. Doc's not going to be here.
No, I'll be here until 8:30
Oh, okay.
because I've got the eye appointment at 8:45 because I cannot go walk around with birth control glasses on.
Sure you can. You're a lesbian. You're not trying to get pregnant anyway.
No, I just don't feel very attractive in these.
Oh, you're beautiful.
No, I'm not. It,
Look, all the ugly girls like you in that because they feel like they stand a chance now.
really, Scotty?
Yeah, because you can't see how ugly they are. What do you think I meant? Did you think I was trying to say you was ugly in those glasses?
Yes.
No, I was just trying to say they can knock your glasses off and they might feel like they're a 10 then.
No, I gotta get my contacts.
You
in.
with no glasses and 2 drinks, everybody's a princess.
Yeah, that's happened before.
Jack Daniel.
I don't think Scotty would let us drink that. No, I don't think he would let us. I don't think he'd let us do that, Tyler. 'Cause-
I just got, unfortunately, cigarettes have rat poison in them, though. What?
This looks so
They have a
good.
component that is in rat.
Mm.
Not actual rat. You'd be dead.
Are we going to keep Zay today, or does she have to go to play care?
I thought she was going. And now Rico Suave does ministry.
Really?
I always think about that Ricky Martin video where she's dripping the wax on him.
Doogie out.
Oh, I want to talk about HR blunders.
Who?
HR blunders, dumb things that applicants have done that have cost them their jobs.
How about I saw something, don't know how real it is, that they're saying that Apple got hacked and billions or millions or whatever of accounts were leaked that gives all your Apple ID, which also gives your credit card information.
Yeah.
All right, I have something I want you guys to think about,
What's that?
and then come back to me on it.
No.
You and I are in the back of a police car
Oh.
using only 4 words. You turn to me and say what?
Wow, I never would have figured that's that same girl.
Thanks.
What did you do?
You have bail money.
So what is your question? Again, Tyler, I was reading.
You and I are in the back of a police car.
Yes.
Using only 4 words, you turn to me and say.
Yeah, that is actually reported on CNN Money, Scotty.
Yeah, I got to call my bank, I guess, and get a card sent to me.
225,000 Apple iPhone accounts.
Rico.
But it was actually phones that have been jailbroken and were mostly Chinese.
Oh, well then.
So if you haven't jailbroken your phone,
I'm okay.
you're okay. Then.
Rico. Another Jenner, Kendall Jenner.
Wow.
Look, that butt looks fake. Look at that. Like photoshopped fake.
Yeah.
That's not even possible.
That's stretched.
When are these people going to get over it? Like, I saw whatever one of the sisters' butt yesterday, and it's kind of weird looking because you see these really small legs and then this weird butt.
Jacob
Let's see if I
said, he
can find
goes, here, hide this, is what he would say.
Like, this butt looks so big, it looked like I could stand under it during a rainstorm. Like, hey, motorcycle guys, the rain starts, you run for a bridge. So, just saying. It gets wet, you run for a Jenner's butt.
Here we go.
All right. We're back. We're joking about butts. I saw one of the Jenner girls showing off her butt, and it's like it looks fake. The Kardashian butts look fake. They all look fake.
I watched a clip on YouTube last night of a reporter that just went nuts. It was like one of these Good Morning America shows, like Wake Up Atlanta or something like that. And the woman wanted to show some pictures of the Kardashians, and the other reporter just he flaked out. I'm so sick and tired of this. It's a non-story. It was pretty cool. I like when people get upset on the air.
Yeah, I was watching some comedian yesterday talking about the Kardashians, and one of them said, "Well, she makes more money than you'll ever make in a lifetime."
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, and so does Nickelback."
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything. and he's making jokes about they're only famous for sleeping with celebrities.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you became popular, was boinking celebrities.
I wish I could.
I love Nickelback.
Then my question is, why is the crack hoe down the road not getting publicity? I mean,
Yeah.
she's sleeping with people.
And man, you got to admit, man, freaking Jennifer Aniston.
What am I
in
admitting?
Atlanta. She's hot.
What?
Jennifer Aniston is in Atlanta filming.
Oh,
a movie.
okay. What does
And she's
Jennifer
hot.
Aniston have to do with the Kardashians' non-famousness?
Well, you said that crack whore didn't.
Oh,
okay.
God almighty.
Well, okay, so I want to go. Scotty had mentioned before we went on break about the Apple iPhone hack.
Mm.
And unless you have jailbroken your iPhone and downloaded some Chinese apps, then you're safe.
That's kind of
So if you have jailbroken your iPhone, you may be at risk.
So don't take your iPhone to Monterey Garden, because then it becomes a Chinese phone.
no, it doesn't. Because You can't. It won't be a Chinese smartphone.
And Apple and Samsung are going to court again.
Okay.
Of course, there's
Let's
nothing
hear
else to do.
All right, so
Droid has 100% copied
no,
Apple.
no, they didn't.
How the hell not? Apple was out way before Droids.
No, Droid was out. They just had not termed. What's the word that I'm looking for? They
Own.
no, I mean I remember my daughter had an Android operating system before the iPhone came out, and it did a lot of the same things that the Apple iPhone. Hers was the iPhone 2 or 3 or something like that. The very first iPhones that came out, like
if the very first iPhone that came out, it wouldn't be called the Apple III. It would.
Well, I can't remember what the very first one
insinuates the third.
The Apple iPhone.
Come on, Mike.
okay, the Apple. It was the very first Apple iPhone. But when she had an Android phone before the Apple iPhone came out, I remember that.
The reason is she couldn't afford the first Apple phone because you couldn't get it
I'm like
for $99 and sign a 2-year contract. When the Apple iPhone came out, you had to buy it out.
You had to buy it outright. Yes, you did.
700, whatever. I don't even know what they were back then.
Because
you had to buy a plan.
And you had to buy a plan. Yeah, because my cousin.
Yeah, and the cheapest plan was $99.
My cousin bought one of the Apple iPhones when she had her salon, and this was in 2002, 2003. And she was like, "Come on, let's get iPhones." I was like, "I'm not getting an iPhone." Which came
first, iPhone or Droid?
Okay, but anyway, back to them going back to court. Okay, so next year,
you're afraid you're going to lose this argument, so you're like, let's go back to the court. Keep going.
So next year, which is 2016, they're going to face off on their jury damages, and this is from their 4th jury trial that started in 2011, and it alleges that Samsung infringed on Apple's smartphone patents.
Yes.
See, I don't think they did, though. I really don't.
Well, you're a doctor, not an attorney.
Do you not realize how much espionage there is? Listen, I worked at a Makita manufacturing plant. It's not there anymore, or if it is, I don't care. I didn't sign no confidentiality agreement or nothing.
Gesundheit.
But in their trial area, they had all the drills taken apart of the Makitas and all the gears in order on a pin board, and they had the DeWalt's too. In their testing area, they were testing the Makitas. Their Makita employees were testing everything that had to do with drills.
The DeWalt, that's that drill that Allison got that morning to try to remove that thing.
Please focus, young one.
I remember that.
You know what they call that? They call that reverse technology.
Yes.
You know, that's the military used to do it whenever like Texas Instrument broke the embargo when we captured a Russian sub back in the early mid 80s off the coast of New York. And we found out that their electronic equipment contained Texas Instrument silicon chips. So, and during that time there was you couldn't, there's an embargo freeze. You couldn't sell electronics to the Russians. And so the Texas Instrument got sued huge by the government for that and got, the reprimand and buying restrictions and all that other stuff. But yeah, reverse technology, pretty cool. Buy a product that your competitor sells that's already complete and then break it down to its and see what works and what doesn't work.
Well, that's kind of some of the irony behind this whole Apple and Samsung thing, because Apple actually relies very heavily on Samsung parts, such as processors and displays. And even though they've been trying for years to find an alternative, and Samsung relies on Apple for the manufacturing revenue.
Not crazy.
How about this? Here's some of the argument, and I'm willing to laugh my butt off. Most of the time these people write these things, here's what's crazy. So they're trying to say that the Apple iPhone came out in 2002, but they're trying to say that Google already, because Google owns Android technology. The Android technology already existed, but the iPhone came out before the first Droid phone did. Here's the problem. They're talking about the T-Mobile Sidekick, and they're calling it the first Android technology. It's a lie. Google may have owned the Sidekick, but the Sidekick had no Android capabilities. Until the Motorola Droid came out, there was no Android technology. They may have owned it. They may have been trying to say that Windex was Windex, but it smelled like Tilex. It doesn't change the fact that it was not Android technology. It may have been considered owned by the company, but the Sidekick was a piece of crap.
I remember I had a Sidekick.
I remember it because they tried to give it to me when and Alex was talking about it the other day about the T-Mobile had what was called the MDA. And that was the first touch screen stylus phone that they claimed did everything. And I had 7 of them.
One
7 because I had to keep sending it back because it wouldn't work right.
One of them worked off of like MS-DOS, you know?
And
One of the first Android phones.
I remember when I started working with Luthersville Police Department, we had the Nextel pagers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beep,
And
beep, beep.
that beep, beep, beep. Yeah. Oh, my God. I hated that.
And you
It's
could
just
alert
funny
people.
how they're trying to say stuff just for fun.
Scott,
Yes, sir. Let's go for it. I know you were sending a text message at the same time. Go for it.
oh God, I'm about to punch myself in the face how wrong you guys are.
Let's hear it.
All right, so prior to iOS, prior to anything, Android was in development, obviously. It was in development at the same time iOS was in development. iOS beat it to market. The iPhone came out in 2007. Now, if you go back and look at the Android prototype from 2007, it's more like a BlackBerry. There's no touch screen. It was a keyboard,
Right.
a little jog dial to move around. Well, Google obviously had to rethink everything once the iPhone came out.
Yeah, and I was
So-
mistaken. It was the iPod that came out 2002 when they're claiming that the
iPod
Sidekick came
in
out.
2002.
Right.
So anyway, Google went back, rethink everything because iOS changed the smartphone game. So they within a year, Google developed a touchscreen phone. It was a slider. It had a keyboard. It wasn't a Sidekick. Sidekick never used Android technology.
Well, see, that's what they're showing though. They said in October 1st of 2002, the Danger hip top.
It was
Yeah,
the Dangerous Sidekick.
yeah, it was the
They
Sidekick.
had their hip top. They had their hip top OS, which Google did purchase, I believe.
Right.
But it did not really become Android.
Yeah,
So
that's what
anyway,
I was saying. It wasn't Droid. It may be owned by the same people, but it was not Droid.
Right. So Google rushed through the end of 2007 through partway 2008. They rushed to get a touchscreen phone on the market, which came out on T-Mobile only. I don't recall the name of it, but it was an ugly little thing. The G1 possibly or something like that. But yeah, iOS came to market long before Android came to market.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is why we have a show on Tuesday nights. We can discuss things like
And
that.
the cool thing is when Alex was talking about the cell phones the other day, see, I was T-Mobile too. So when Alex started naming off all these phones, I'm like, I had all those. Like, I didn't have the Sidekick because it was garbage, but I did have the Dash when the Dash first came out. And that was the biggest piece of crap ever because they were trying to copy a BlackBerry. And at the time,
No,
BlackBerry technology was just so much better than.
Well, no, I'm going to disagree with you there.
No.
too.
I'm not saying that the BlackBerry was better than iPhone, but I'm saying it was better than the Windows and the Sidekick by far.
I was using back then. I was using Palm OS, then I switched from Palm OS to Windows Mobile, and I had 2 T-Mobile Dashes. And at the time, BlackBerry was on OS 3, I think, which was awful. It was terrible. It was only when BlackBerry got up to OS 4 and 5 that I switched to a BlackBerry and got away from Windows Mobile.
That's what happened. I left that MDA, PDA, whatever the hell. First, I had the Dash, and it sucked. So then I saw that blue phone that had the stylus to touchscreen, and it was supposed to be a Windows-based phone. Man, I put up with that for about a year, and they just kept sending me new ones because it was such garbage. And then I ended up on the BlackBerry, and it took a minute to change over mentally because it was different programs. But then I quit dealing with the phones freezing up and everything else.
See, I love my BlackBerry.
It was a fight until the iPhone came out, to be honest. I've used them all. I started on Palm OS, then I used Windows Mobile, then BlackBerry, then went back to Palm with the Palm Pre, then the iPhone came out and I got the iPhone, And I've used iPhone and Android since then, but now it's mostly iOS.
Hey, I love
So what's
Apple. I could never go Droid.
These patent infringement suits. There are, I think, 3 of them ongoing at the moment.
Yes.
And Apple won a $300 or $400 million dollar judgment against Samsung, and that's going to the Supreme Court now. Samsung are trying to take that now all the way up to the highest court to try and get that judgment thrown out. It's not going to get thrown out. It probably will get reduced, but the evidence was overwhelming. Android, they ripped off iOS. It was a blatant rip-off, and they got hurt for it, and now they're just trying to avoid paying the money.
That's right. I'm telling you, everybody that's ever been part of any of the technology shows that you see on TV says point blank that the droids saw a good thing and just tried to copy it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, as long as you're not stealing technology. That's what a patent's for.
What was it? Michelangelo said, "Great artists." No, what was it?
He said that people from England had a funny accent.
No, it was like good artists borrow, great artists steal, or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But go back to the original iPhone and then compare it to Palm OS.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Or compare it to the Palm Trio. Other than the keyboard, there's so many similarities between the operating system and the hardware. The Palm Trio.
All right, now don't be trying to make the Apple not look so good as I'm over here trying to pat myself on the back.
Know, but
Apple rip off everybody. They always have. They've always taken other people's ideas and they either improve on them or just blatantly steal them.
I'm sorry, you're coming in broken and stupid.
Go back to 2007 and look at the Palm Trio operating system.
Yeah, but
Palm OS.
Bill Gates.
It was that icon-based laid-out operating system. Apple took the best of the hardware. The Trio was the only phone to have a vibrate mute switch. Apple took that,
Yeah, but Apple hacked the whole thing from Microsoft a freaking million years ago, back when those guys were still in college, because they were showing Steve Jobs the freaking icons, not having to go to a file, but you had user-friendly icons on the screen that you could use. I mean, it was monochrome and all that other stuff, but that was freaking Microsoft.
Well, Steve Jobs actually went to Microsoft's campus and looked at DOS.
Right.
What he was looking at. He had Mac OS in development at the time, which was a GUI interface, graphic musical interface.
Yep.
So
I'm just gonna have to get Alex to run. So, have to beg him to come do like Tech Talk Monday or something, because he is on it.
Yeah, just pull.
I love Alex.
He's going to take your gig from you if you don't show up to work one day. Alex is just going to take.
I love Alex. Is like the coolest guy. And
look at Mike.
I mean, I love you too, Mike. But
Mike, it sucks to hear your substitute talking.
It's just Alex is cool. And when he was in the
the girls love his accent.
Yeah, when he was in the Periscope with me that day, when he photobombed me in the Periscope, I got an email and she was like, "Is he single?" I'm like, "I have no idea."
Single available.
So, Alex, are you single?
I am single. Yeah.
Okay, he's single.
Mike has got to look like he's ready to kill us with a spoon. Gonna dig our eyes out with a great spoon.
Here's the thing, though. I like being single. I enjoy being single.
Okay, so he doesn't want to. So don't send me
Nothing
any emails
serious.
about fixing you up. Don't email me that. He doesn't
serious.
want to. He doesn't want to date. So don't send me any emails, y'all.
Not Mike. Though.
I'm single.
Mike's single. Come on, fool. Oh, you like that, are you? So, anyways.
Anyway, I had to call in and just.
Thanks, man. And see, it. You know so much more about it, so it's great that you jump in.
Yeah. But don't think for a second Apple do not steal from people, because they do. They steal every day of the week. They've just never been sued for it.
So do the British.
Hey.
Well,
Don't strangle Mike. I mean, I see why you'd want to.
In all honesty, Mike, Edison was a bit of a hack, wasn't he? So,
Yeah, well, the Queen is fat.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow, Mike.
that's your comeback.
That's your comeback.
Yeah,
That's it.
Honestly, that's kind of fighting.
And-
right there.
and
that was weak.
The guards wear those big black fuzzy hats. They look like
They do.
Q-tips.
They do. Hey, speaking of those guys, did you see that video? There was people like to mess with those guys, right?
Yeah, and
Because
that
they're supposed
dude-
to stand at attention and be still. And that little Japanese guy was messing
touched
with one
him.
of them.
He touched him.
Yeah, touched him.
Don't you
The guy
touch him.
brings up guy brings up his rifle and just lays it. Doesn't shoot him or anything, but just lays it.
Well, they have
Funny as hell.
it's just like the unknown soldier, the guards there, the third guard or third old guard unit. If you're making noise while they're walking, they stop and they have a prepared speech about showing respect and all that other stuff, and they'll go right back to it. That guy was really bugging him, you know, and you could tell he was doing great.
Yeah.
He went and he did an about face. He started coming back, and that knucklehead put his hand on his shoulder. Boy, that guy snapped.
And I guess people don't realize that the Queen's Home Guard are some of the most highly trained.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Oh,
special
yes.
Big time.
forces.
Special
Okay.
forces, definitely.
yeah.
It may be fun to go out there with your friends and poke a little bit fun at them, but
Yeah.
as soon as you lay hands on them, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
don't
it,
touch.
yeah.
Don't touch.
Well, now I know why you're single.
Oh God, shut up.
Oh,
All right, we
he's
need to
an-
get off to a commercial.
He's an extreme prepper, man.
All right,
There ain't no
guys.
chicks
All right, man.
for him.
Thank you very much for calling in, Alex.
See you, Alex.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Alex
Mike.
is going to be like Tech
Yeah.
Talk with Alex.
Yeah, Guns and Gadgets with Alex and Mike.
Hey, you know what makes a race so good is the guy that thinks he's leading has to keep outrunning the guy that's coming up in second. Because if you ain't first, you're last. Mike.
I'm not in a race. I don't
Oh my
race.
God, listen to this.
Yeah.
You race to the food.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back, everybody. It's
So
going
if we have an all-you-can-eat buffet show, I guess I can host that one.
on. We'll be back in a
All
minute,
you can
everybody.
eat with military Mike.
Just for fun radio. Buffet talk with Mike.
Yeah, really. Buffet Sunday.
No, but he is good with the tech stuff.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
definitely good with the tech stuff.
He's on it.
There is
And that's what makes the two with the guns and gadgets go
Yeah.
good.
two things that I think we should bring up. One tonight in Atlanta. You got Joe Biden, the vice president.
Okay, thank you. Because
You got the Atlanta Braves, and you've got Georgia Tech playing tonight. So come about 3:00, you're going to be stupid if you're in Atlanta. And then I didn't know this, but Dragon Con
It's coming.
is coming.
This weekend.
Yeah.
I
Is
didn't
it this
know-
weekend?
Yeah, it's at the
Shit,
Dome.
I
I
wanted us to
didn't
go.
know. I thought it was at the end of the month.
No, it's always Labor Day weekend
Is it always Labor Day weekend? I did not.
because it's Dragon Con and Black Gay Pride.
I want to go. What are you talking about?
I wonder how many people will be periscoping.
Find out. I stretched and all this.
Ugh.
Find out what it costs to get in there. Because I have no plans Saturday.
Ugh.
Well, it's Black Gay Pride this weekend for us.
Who gives a-
Are you gonna? Hey,
It's Black Gay Pride.
I hate the fact
if Dragon
how
Con's not too expensive,
judgmental. Like,
can you find out?
why can't you just have gay pride?
Because
Why has there got to be black gay pride?
Why do we?
believe me, Scotty, you
If
and
I
I.
opened up a white college, I would go to jail. But there's a black college. So now is there going to be a gay college and then a black gay college?
Just drink the Kool-Aid.
Golly.
Just drink the Kool-Aid.
The wussification of America, man.
Just drink the Kool-Aid, baby.
It's changing.
Just sip it. Oh my God.
Okay, Google.
Okay, so you can't go to Dragon Con because of black gay pride.
All right. because
Both of them going to have people dressed up. What's the difference?
Oh my God! I was doing Google Voice. It goes, "You can go to Dragon Con. What is Black Gay Pride?" That's beautiful. Look at that. Look. Google picked it up. So let's see. How much is it to go to Dragon Con? Because I got to do something with my son. I can't be sitting around the house.
Oh,
this
you've got
weekend.
him. You've got him this weekend.
Well, I have him whenever I want him. And he's been avoiding coming over because of my son-in-law.
Oh.
My son-in-law is an absolute ass. He almost got beat up last night, Doc.
Really?
Yeah, he was beating up his freaking German Shepherd, man. That dog's 14 years old. He's kicking him and punching him. Man knows everything I got. And then he turned around and was trying to blame my dog. And then he was trying to blame me. I'm like, damn, dude, you're the one who came out of your bedroom last. You were pissed off, cussing at your son. You freaking must have left your door open. I didn't go in your damn room. I tell you, I don't hate many people, but I hate people.
I hate people who are mean to dogs.
Look, y'all want to see something cool? Watch this. Watch this.
Too late to get a ticket to Dragon Con.
Watch
No.
this. I want you to see this. Watch this. You see how far I watch? That's like
Every day. I have
deviated septum from where my nose has been broke like 8 times.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. Look right here.
If you give me,
See where that side's closed compared to that side?
you got something.
It's because it's like this.
Yeah.
That's because that's where my nose came out when my face got broke. But I broke my nose. Yeah, probably 8
You got
times.
like a Q-tip or a. I can go. I have no septum.
Oh yeah, well
I
a
can-
Q-tip. I can shove a Q-tip this way,
Mhm.
almost like a blockhead with a nail.
I can go so far
It has
up
to be a
that way,
small Q-tip.
and I can go this way and come out the other nostril.
Okay, so what are we finding out? Look,
Watch.
with
What?
Dragon
Feel my
Con.
finger?
Dragon Con's where? It's at the dome.
Ooh. Isn't that weird?
You have to open it. Do that again.
I can put my finger in my nose here, and I can lift it, and you can see my finger.
Oh, see, I can take mine and go to my septum because it's curved on this side where the nose has been broke. But every couple of weeks, because it starts getting hard again, and it stays where I can't breathe. So I have to take my finger, stick it in my nose, and put this finger here and push my septum back over. And then I stretch it back out where it's loose again. And then a couple of weeks later, but yeah, I have to do this right here, once a month at least. Nose Talk on radio.com.
So my friend just
So
sent
what
me
did we
that
just
list.
figure out?
Huh.
Dragon Con's when and where?
Well, yeah.
Okay. You're searching for it.
Well, he was saying there's no tickets available.
Okay, and you're saying what?
Oh, no, my friend just sent me the list of the 10 most ghetto cities in Georgia.
Okay, let's go with it.
Lawrenceville's number 1.
Norcross is number 1. Conyers is number 5.
Hold, please.
Covington is number 10.
Save all that information.
Okay.
Yes.
10 seconds.
I'm so hood.
Yes, it is.
I'm so hood. I live in the hood. Ow!
All right, we is back. Doc has important information.
I am so proud because I'm so hood.
Yeah. I
Shout
can
out to
see
Amber for sending me the top 10 ghetto cities in Georgia. Norcross is number 1, followed by
that.
Brunswick.
Wait,
What?
does it get greater as you go to 10?
At Conyers is number 5.
Stop. You're ruining it, you podcaster. You're supposed to count down
Oh, countdown.
to your
Start from
number 1.
Oh, okay. So
oh my God.
Well, no, start with number 10, Covington.
Do we have to teach you podcasters everything?
Start at number 10.
okay, number
It's
10.
like a drum roll.
Number 10, Covington.
Yay.
Woo, shout out to Covington. Number 9 is Waycross. And actually, I've been to most of these places.
I've been
Number-
to every last one.
Number 8 is Marietta,
Whoop, whoop. Used to work there.
Mayretta. Number 7, Milledgeville.
Whoop, whoop.
Wow,
I used to be
Milledgeville's
locked
coming
up there.
Milledgeville's coming a long way.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like I didn't even know it was on the ghetto chart.
Yeah, used to be Walking Dead's home, and then there was a prison that's still there.
That's right.
Yeah, my uncle spent 8 years there.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Number
Subblock-
6.
Trying to kill somebody.
Subblock 2.
Number 6, Gainesville.
Wow, Gainesville, the chicken
The
town.
chicken capital.
I had
of the
no
world.
idea that was in the ghetto book.
Yeah, I mean, there's some beautiful homes and they're just, up by the lake and all. It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Number 5, our own Conyers.
So we're in the halfway part. We're like a stinky taint meat. Go ahead.
Ew.
Number 4, Buford.
I
Didn't-
told you that we's taint. I told you we's taint.
Buford is pretty much right there with Gainesville. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's in the same districts. I
Same
mean,
district.
I'm blown away. We're number 5.
We're number 5.
in
Number
Georgia.
Number 3, Lawrenceville.
Been there, done that, live there now.
Number 3.
Number 2, Weiner.
Lawrence. Yeah. No. Number 2, Brunswick.
Oh,
Wow,
Been there, been
Brunswick.
That's
Yeah.
a real old town,
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like
And
Savannah or Albany.
Number 1, drum roll. Norcross, Georgia. You win the most ghetto city in
some.
Georgia.
And you know,
Son.
that is so
Here she
Mexican now.
comes, the most
All the
ghetto.
apartment complexes that go down the access road that take you down to where Malibu Grand Prix and all used to. I don't even know Malibu's still there, but
It is.
all the apartment complexes on that left as you're going down that hill is nothing but Mexicans. That used to be my cut through. When you got to the bottom of the hill before Grand Prix, there's a left, and you take that left and you go straight into Old Town Norcross, and that would take you to the business that we used to work at doing electrical work.
Wow.
So sometimes, depending on traffic, we'd go down Jimmy Carter or cut through Old Town, come out right there on the access road, and either shoot back up to Jimmy Carter or take a left and go to Indian Trail, just depending on traffic. But yeah, that whole area is like, I'm so hood.
I'm so hood.
Yeah.
Well, you know what blows my mind? East Point's not on here.
Here's what blows my mind. Ready for this? Conyers is more ghetto than Glenwood.
Well,
Yes.
they took, there's like 5 categories that they took into consideration.
Okay, you tell me.
Well, I don't remember. I know 2 of them is mean household income.
Mhm.
And then the other one was like how many beauty shops.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah,
Are you
yeah.
crapping?
No,
me?
no. If you look further, do you
Let's
have
see.
that list? If
I've
you look
got the
further
list.
at it,
Hold on.
it explains the criteria.
Yeah, you read that
So,
criteria.
and there's like
because
5 topics. I can't remember.
That's
all
like
of them.
odd.
Okay, so it
Super
says what
odd.
criteria
Liquor
did we
stores.
use? Actually, okay, household income levels, high
Mhm.
school graduation
Okay.
rates, number of convenience stores, number of drug stores, number of beauty supply stores,
Mhm.
and number of discount stores.
Yeah, cool. So Dollar General.
So you know why Glenwood's not on there? Because all the businesses are
Those are
closing.
gone. Should go with how many empty office buildings are on.
Staples of inner city life include cheap and discounted retail outlets.
Dollar General.
That would be Dollar General.
And since
Mm-hmm.
a ghetto is defined as a poor area, we used income levels and education levels as a guide to determine where the most broke citizens are of the state live.
I effing moved from Snellville to Conyers
Yeah.
so I could be in the taint of the ghetto.
Well,
Be number 5.
the mean incomes that you're looking at there
Jesus.
range from 23,000 to a little bit over 40,000.
Right.
But if you think about a combined income is being an average
Send that to me
of,
on my
of
Facebook page.
$40,000, and you look at a house, let's say, I'll just go with the house I live in now currently. You can't qualify for that house on that mean income. And when I mean mean, I mean average household,
Right.
Combined average.
I'm disgusted that we are number 5. I left Snellville to come here.
Well, Snellville's worse.
Jesus.
So much Lawrenceville.
Well,
And like, ugh,
look, we were talking.
I'm disgusted.
Yesterday, I was doing my research on the white supremacy stuff, the black supremacy stuff, the Black Life Matters, the White Life Matters, Police Matters, all life matters. I've been researching all this.
I saw something on a mirror, by the way, where a camera shooting out of the driver window
And
to
the
the
police
mirror,
officer.
and the police officer walking up, and on the mirror it says "My life matters."
Right. And then there's a police officer, a young lady holding
Yeah.
her hand up, and she's in the police car. Here's the thing that I'm looking at with all this, and it's, you know what? If we as normal everyday citizens, if we don't truthfully get involved, kind of like Trump wants us to do,
If we
you know?
don't vote,
If we don't vote,
Right.
if we don't get involved in our communities, if we don't do the stuff like Doc's doing, going to the meetings and stuff like that, or sending a representative to the meetings, guess what? These people are going to win.
yes,
Well, and the thing about that, though, Mike, is, and I'm trying to think of how I want to say this.
It's okay. You guys insulted me so bad on the last segment.
Well, no,
so
it wa-
it's-
it
I'm-
wasn't
I'm-
wait a
I'm
minute,
numb.
Mr.
I'm numb.
Military,
I'm
Mr.
numb.
I
I'm
don't
numb.
think so,
I'm numb.
Mr. Slim Shady.
You're
Why?
numb.
He's not slim.
See?
It's like calling a fat man slim and a short man.
Tiny.
Yeah, never mind.
You're,
Little
you're
Richard.
numb, honey. Well, okay, so
Hey, Tyler, Heath is fixing to come in the door. Would you please go meet him at the door
And
so Bella
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bella.
put-
doesn't flip out?
the thing about
Must have
me
texted.
being so vocal, it has actually put a
Did
lot
you
of
send me that, by the way?
yeah, I did.
Oh,
I
thank
tagged you in it, baby. It has actually put a lot of my friends.
And I'm not your baby. I might be your cupcake. I ain't your baby.
You know what, Scotty?
I might be your square vanilla cupcake.
I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to Mike at this
Or
moment.
maybe your red velvet with some cream cheese.
Ew,
But I am
gross.
not your baby.
Gross. You know what?
Mike's in tears over here. Mike, what part of this is the funniest?
The funny part. I'm not your baby.
I'm not your baby.
I'm not your baby. Hey, buddy.
I might be your white driver.
How are you, honey?
Really? Oh, y'all have met, right?
No, we haven't.
Okay, that's Heath.
I might be the white driver to Miss Lazy,
Miss Lazy,
but I ain't your baby. I might be your chauffeur, but I ain't your baby.
Okay, you not my baby.
No,
Okay, fine. You ain't my baby.
your
Gosh.
wife might not be happy with you calling me baby.
Oh my
She's
God.
okay with you calling me white man, like she's a freaking Indian.
God, man, it's
Come on, white man.
freaking out of control.
And then
Hey, what happened to work husband?
let me tell you what I do, and
We're
gonna
getting work divorced after this show.
for any listeners that may
Come on.
not be Caucasian, for any
Yeah.
listener, just pet her at this point. She just wants some loving.
Yeah, she's
Just don't get too close
Yeah.
to her face with your face. She's a French kisser, but she's also a salad tosser. So
she came up between his legs and
She
scared
tosses
the
her own
hell
salad.
out of him.
no, for anybody that might not be Caucasian, I don't want y'all to find offense to this, but when me and Doc get ready to go places, and to break the tension, especially if we're in a white business or a black business, it's real funny because she'll hand me something and I'll go, "Okay, Miss Lazy, if you's ready to go, I's gonna drive you. Let's go for the door." And I go for the door and I go, "All right, Miss Lacy, now you be careful. Don't be tripping over the curb. Let me get the door for you."
I just don't see how any of that could go over well.
It's funny as hell. Everybody,
It's
because
funny.
people don't know whether to laugh or be mad.
Yeah.
Right,
So they just freaking start laughing.
right.
And then I was like, "Okay, Miss Lazy, Scotty be good cracker for you. Don't beat me no more."
God.
And people
I
freaking
feel-
die laughing
I feel very uncomfortable right now.
because
Yeah,
they
me
don't
too.
know. They don't know whether to laugh.
just so everybody understands that Scotty is what, 6'2", about 6'2". He's thin, usually wears weird glasses, got a really bad goatee thing. I'm fat and short.
And
Yeah.
there's a reason
And
you're
I'm
doing
shorter than you.
Yeah. So when you're looking through the scope, make sure you aim
this.
at
Like
the-
we were walking out of O'Charlie's, and I was like, and then here, you want to make it worse? I walk hunched over.
Oh my God.
Come on, Miss Lazy. Now be careful. I don't want you to trip over the curb. And I'm
Hey,
telling you,
I
the
tell you
people
what.
standing there go, "What the hell am I watching?"
I tell you what, I'll buy your dinner if you do it at the Olive Garden over at Stonecrest.
That would be fun.
Oh,
you
oh,
get-
let's do
you'll
that,
get-
Scotty.
you'll-
Let's do that.
You'll
I'm
get
so,
your ass whooped
I
out
will,
there.
I will have my Glock on my hip. for
Yeah,
that.
they don't play over there at the Olive Garden.
Somebody's going to get shot that day.
Yeah,
no, they won't.
No, because
I've taken a
no,
date
you know
there,
why?
and we sat there and we watched people come in
No.
and get tables and come in and get tables and eat.
But the fact of it that I'm standing there with a black woman who's going, "Now get the door for me. Now hurry up, get that door for me."
it won't go over well.
I bet you it would.
Mm.
No, okay. So we went somewhere to eat, and it was
If Morgan Freeman can do it, I can do it.
it was me and Scotty and Crystal and Benny, and we all walk in together. They said, "How many in your party?" We said 4, and the lady goes, "Okay, 2," and we were like, "No, 4." And so,
Like the woman couldn't believe that we were sitting with lesbians, or she couldn't believe that the lesbians were stupid enough to sit with me.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Do y'all have superpowers?
Why?
Yeah.
Can you look at a woman and tell she's lesbian?
sometimes I can.
Okay.
They got a wink, dude. There's a
I-
magic.
It's gaydar.
There's
Gaydar.
something. There's something. I
I
don't know
thought
what
there
it
was
is.
like a secret handshake or something.
Yeah, or
Well,
yeah,
y'all saw me
down
send
low.
up the lesbian Avenger signal on the bus, and remember the social house was full of lesbians that night that
How
I did
funny
that.
it is that whatever we just did shocked so many people that there's no text messages, there's no Facebook messages, nobody's responding to any of
They
this.
don't want to jump into it.
Well, here's the thing.
Nobody's going to call and voice their opinion on
Here's
this
the thing.
one.
Everybody's got an opinion, but the people that
They're just
that freaking
scared.
have your phone service, they just disconnected. Oh boy, I'm just getting to a point now where, and earlier we were talking about it, driving the bus down in the projects and all. I just think right now we shouldn't. This isn't something we should test the waters with, because
I'm
think
going skinny dipping. What you talking about?
I just think that it's going to be.
I'm
the
not
next
skinny
year or
dipping
two-
at the Gay Pride Festival or
the
nothing,
next
but-
year or two,
Okay.
the finish of this year, next year is going to be very, very
Dangerous, vocal.
I'm
Insane,
saying powder
crazy?
keggish.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have got to read this from a listener. This is from a listener, and this listener said, I appreciate Alex's intelligence. I love his accent. LOL. He could say anything right or wrong and just sound intelligent.
Yeah. Well, that's the British way.
Wow.
He's what makes Mike's show smart.
Oh boy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And then another listener said, they just won't let you talk this morning, will they? And I said,
No.
yeah. I said, frustrating, isn't it?
I
LOL.
told you, if you want to talk,
Uh,
go on. Your
No,
own
and this
podcast.
listener said the
Go
struggle is
pre-record it.
real with the uterus.
Go podcast it. Go record it
Yeah.
and send it in.
No, because then you'll make fun of me for my bad audio quality.
Of course,
We're
because
gonna-
you'd be using,
we're
you
gonna make
know,
fun of
Because
you.
I use a Samsung
unprofessional
GoPro mic.
gear.
How can we not make fun of you?
Well, I'm not going to spend. I mean, you spend a whole lot of money on your equipment. I'm not putting that kind of money into my equipment.
I ain't spend no
Really?
money on my junk.
Really? Because if you're going to do a job, you got to do it correctly with the
Wait a
right
minute.
gear.
Yes, you do, because you were down on Metropolitan. the other day.
I'm trying to find the people that will take a testicle. Where it's
Oh, now the phone's getting lit. Right now, jaw on floor, ... speechless.
oh my God. I asked who would take a testicle.
You have David and I laughing so hard in the car.
I said I'm trying
We're
to
not
find the
talking
people-
about you. We're going back to, come on, Miss Lazy.
No.
No.
Get in the car.
I
Scotty's
said-
going to drive
I'm
for
trying
you.
to find the place on the internet that I can donate my testicle for that
Mike
money.
says, I want to take I want to give my testicle away. And
He raises his hand
Tyler raises his hand.
and looks at me with this big smile on his face.
Tyler, can I
And I
just,
witnessed it. It floored me.
Tyler, I just got to tell you, this isn't like him giving you a marble and you're going to put it in your pocket.
Okay, here's the deal too. I think we should have a rule:
Yeah.
staff
Listen-
members or on-air celebrities cannot share body parts.
I think that's always been a rule. What are you talking
That's
about?
all- that would be
Nobody
called.
told me.
Well, what have you been trying to give?
Or get? What are you trying to get?
I mean, you came in
Buying
here
or
with your
selling?
hand open or something and I didn't notice.
Yeah, are you buying or selling?
Well, I won't
He
talk
just
into
said
that.
Yeah, you did.
Boy.
He says, "Are you buying or selling?" And my comment was, "Are you buy or straight?" I didn't know.
Oh my
Planned
God.
Parenthood for adults.
Jeez, Louise.
This is what
And
happens
look,
when you drop
Doc,
your children
When
on
you
their
go
head.
to what's called live radio, you have to be fast on your feet. You have to be faster with your tongue. Don't look at me with your lesbian eyes.
Shut up, Mike.
That was bad. You have to be able to be quick-witted is what I'm trying to say.
I was going to say, I've had no complaints.
Shut up. So the point I'm trying to make to your friend is we can't have dead air. You have to be
Dead air,
fast.
dead air.
Whoever your friend is, tell them to come sit in one day and give it a shot.
Actually, it was Denise.
She's an idiot.
Oh God, that counts for nothing.
She has a nice nose.
Her husband married down.
No, he did not. Denise is awesome. You know, Denise.
Compared to what?
No, Denise. Seriously,
Not
Denise is awesome. I love
We
Denise.
love Denise.
A bag of rocks?
Everybody's got like that ugly Shih Tzu dog. Everybody has like a Pekingese or a Shih Tzu. Everybody's got that dog.
Denise. Halloween is coming up. Let's get Scotty.
No, I love Denise. And you know what?
Let's get
honestly,
Scotty.
I love Denise because she's jumped right in here. She adds to our show 100% completely with being able to roll with the punches and be funny. And the other thing is I think David is just one hell of a man because he allows her to come in here and have fun and be part of the show. And really and truthfully, he's not threatening to kill me yet.
Well, you know, her ex-husband and I are friends.
Why are we talking about how great her new husband is? You got to bring up the
Well,
ex-husband.
no, because he called me
You're
the
a
other day, and I saw.
I'm kidding. I just wanted to do it again to watch his face. Look at him smiling. He's almost ready to punch me. Okay, so
His
the
face is as
ex-husband.
red as his headphones.
Come here, because that's a compliment coming here, and I see it because you told me once before, but say it again. Quit chewing on the grass there. You look like you're a cow cutting curd or however that's said. So the ex-husband, what?
All you can eat buffet with Fat Mike.
You're going to do a segment
No.
at 8 o'clock on Friday nights?
No talking.
Why you in here with camera?
Yeah, no talking.
There's
No,
no-
Okay, the ex-husband.
no, it's like
$10. This holy crap.
what I
Keep
get for
going.
$10.
Ex-husband.
Okay, so he calls me, and I was doing something. I was on the other phone or something, or on the internet, Skyping, and I didn't answer it. And then I thought about it. I'm like, man, I pick on Denise a lot. I mean, I love her.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
I pick on her. My little online or on-air celebrity does pick on Denise a lot. And then it rang again, like immediately. I'm like,
Are you thinking
he's going to want to
telebomber over here?
Yeah, I think he's like, come outside. You know, and so the third time it rings, I answer it. I go, hello, and he's like, hey man, what's up? And I'm like, all right, so we cool? He's like, dude, I got more stuff for you to tell, more stuff for you. Some dirt. And I'm like, okay, cool. But he's the one who is the representative for the neon, for the new energy drink.
We need to talk about that one day.
Well, hopefully a case is going to show up. I got a little black light too. So we can demonstrate how it works.
Are you going to go check out the toilet while you're here?
I think it does.
Yeah, cool.
I think when you pee it, it's incandescent too.
But I think we got a great team now of people. By the way,
we have a good family.
We got a good family.
We got a good family.
And major props to David because you're allowing Denise to be part of this.
Jeez, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know that I
and
can
major props to Benny too, because I mean Benny will jump in and get up in the morning when Scotty has people, you know, that he needs to fill seats with, and she's like, I got you.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean,
we've
got it. That's one reason I was last Sunday I was kind of going, okay, just because we have so many people now, it's like, okay, let's just lay down a couple of things, blah 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 blah. We had a little bit of business in a messaging.
Did y'all hear that? He went blah 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 blah.
But
dude, you were ripping us a new one.
No,
Sunday.
I just was needing to establish the hierarchy and the rules and the way it needs to be. I mean, we have rules, and the thing is it's just a standard in which I want to try to stay with. You know?
And I love it. I love standards.
You're the a-hole that said we're gonna have a meeting. You need to establish the fact that it's your radio station. Let me run the meeting, but you need to make sure it's known this is your radio station and this is how it needs to be. Now you're the one that wanted to take charge and say you're the presidente. Yeah. This is how it needs to be.
I'm not knocking you, dude.
And then you're picking on me.
I'm not. Oh, here we go.
You'll be here 3 hours.
Hey, Mike. Yeah. Hey, Alex. Hey, Mike. Alex is your replacement. Why don't you get him trained up?
No, but putting you two together was good, man. Who would have known Alex was going to? It's now like we know. I know Alex is smart. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Who knew Alex was going to want to sit in on this?
Oh yeah.
You know that was I didn't have a clue he really would want to.
What's really cool with Alex is like during a break, I said a couple weeks ago, I went, let's discuss, AK-47s versus AR-15s. And I said, which one do you want? He goes, well, I'll take the AK.
I'll take the AK.
Yeah, and that's what's cool because some people they get venomous on social media about that crap.
But the AK man's like Dust Bowl proven.
He can take one side of a discussion
and
talk about it. He doesn't get emotional about it. Now, look, you pick on that vaping. He gets mad. He does. He gets.
Yeah, and I was going to make a comment a little while ago about we try to have one type of sponsor of everything.
Yeah.
We have an automotive sponsor. We have an auto repair sponsor. We have a tattoo sponsor. We have the laser tattoo removal sponsor. We have a brew shop sponsor.
Yep.
We need a vape shop sponsor.
We
at this
do,
point.
And we need an attorney. We need an attorney.
Yeah. Oh wow, that should be.
Now I do have an attorney that had talked to me, but he doesn't do divorce or DUIs. It's like, that's the demographic I need. I mean, most of my people are getting a DUI or divorces.
Most of the cops let them listen to it in the back.
So,
hey, while you're back there, download the just for
right. So I need a good divorce attorney that does DUIs as well.
Did you hear that, Crystal?
So I don't need. Are you a-hole?
You just said.
I know. I gotta quit calling you that name too.
What
a Hershey's dish?
Well,
a Hershey's butt.
Well, between a-hole, idiot, and D.
Well, no, I call you an idiot every day.
Okay, so to all the lesbians listening out there, y'all heard it here first. Scotty said that he might need a divorce attorney.
No, that is not what I said.
Crystal may be on the market, y'all.
Listen here, bro.
Good time to
I'm gonna be selling Crystal's phone number $10,000. $10,000 gets you the first 4 digits.
I'm getting
good. It's time to send the pictures of him talking to a woman in a parking lot.
Welcome to Crystal Watch 2015.
That's right. It's gonna be like waiting for the friggin' Apple to go down in Times Square.
I'm selling the first 4 digits for $10,000. For $70,000, you can get all 7 digits of Crystal's phone number.
That's all.
For $1 million, I'll drive her to your house.
Wow.
Crystal.
For her to laugh at you after I take the $1 million and we run.
Crystal.
All right, we're going to commercial. We'll be back in a second, y'all. I know we only have a few minutes left, but just give us we're not going to play a song. We're just going to go straight up commercials. We'll be right back. Thanks to our lovely
He's going to
sponsors.
yell at us when we're off the air.
Before we leave, I need to announce that it's football season as of today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got to talk about tonight in Atlanta. Please put that out.
What's tonight in
What's
Atlanta?
tonight in Atlanta?
Oh my God, the Falcons game, the Georgia Tech
And
game,
I need some more information on Dragon Con.
and
Nothing?
I don't have anything.
I mean, I looked it up, dude. It's like, forget it. I mean, they're already anticipating super freaking long lines. They're
Yeah, but
holding it at
Dragon
the
Con,
aquarium.
you don't even have to go inside. You can go hang
You
out
can just
outside.
hang out
Well,
outside.
Yeah, but it's
That's
at
what
the
I'm thinking.
aquarium. It's at the
That's
Georgia
free.
Aquarium.
Oh, which
So
is
they
not a
moved it
whole
this
lot of-
year.
So it's all inside the aquarium now. You know what?
Dragon Con's in the
30
aquarium?
bucks to walk in the door. Yeah.
They
That's
moved it because
weird.
last year it was across the street from the Marriott.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is you can
Hotels
just ride the
also,
Usually they have
like
one,
venues.
they have 1 core venue
Right.
for the main con, and then several
Damn, I
hotels
got like a
around
Spillover.
Right.
Yeah.
In other words, we can go
They
get on the
get-
train
they
and just
go
go
get,
to Atlanta.
You know, celebrities speak to this panel, and they have.
I'm not talking about going in.
This person.
I'm talking about just go to Atlanta and walk around.
And see it.
And
you gonna
see
do
it and interview people outside. That won't cost us nothing but train money.
You want to go?
I'm thinking that would be cool.
Well, let me know because I'll grab a Dino.
What
What are
day?
you doing tomorrow, Doc?
What day? I'll try to get it off.
Saturday. Right? Saturday?
Saturday.
I work a volume. I'm not sure.
I get.
Be-
Anybody
be
ever got like a
prepared for
freaking
masses
pimple
of
on their
people you have
tongue?
never
Yes.
encountered.
You put
What does
salt
that
in your
mean?
hand.
The
and, lick it.
Oh, I know that, but that's what we're saying. We're going to
It hurts.
Look,
Yeah.
you bring your video stuff. I'll bring my video stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you got ulcer on your tongue?
I got something. I
Okay,
got something freaking on my tongue and it hurts like
Is it a
son
white
of
bump? It's
Yeah.
an ulcer. Now, let me tell you, you're going to
Damn.
think I'm sick for this.
Warm salt water.
No.
I just told him that.
Go find you some fingernail clippers and go and run it this way and go.
Oh my gosh.
I cut
Really?
mine right off every time.
Son of a bitch. This
Because
hurts. And you know what?
The
So
pain
what
of-
causes them?
The pain of cutting it off hurts, don't get me wrong, but then there's no pain after that. Whereas
Son
every
of a
minute that
bitch.
it's on your tongue and you're talking, you're feeling it.
It's
I-
getting
So what
bigger.
causes them?
I don't know. So anyways,
Acid.
are you Saturday? What are you doing?
It's because the
Saturday
mom's
morning,
a bunch
at
of
least-
acid.
At least through lunchtime.
Serious?
I'm going to be working. So at least
I'm
through
just thinking-
lunchtime.
I'm thinking just take the van to the Kingston MARTA station and get out and just go
You can get off right there on Beach Street, right?
Yeah,
down the street from,
that's what
the
I'm saying.
Hard Rock,
get off and walk right over and just watch it.
If I can. But
All right, we're back.
At least lunchtime.
So listen, we're planning what we might do on Saturday is just jump on the train, get off at Peachtree, and
Wear,
walk around and see all the
You
cool
can-
stuff and video.
you can wear the.
Possibly.
Yeah, that'd be
All
cool.
All right. So what?
But wear something definitely. I've got several options to choose from.
I wonder what I could wear.
If he gets to go, y'all dress up as Fat Man and Throbbing.
I'm leaving right now. You going?
Yeah, let's go.
I am tired of being insulted today.
I put
I
on my
have
version.
had it.
Let's get
Put
Where-
on my version of my Joker costume. I call it my rock star Joker because I wear I've got some pants that I dyed purple and put spikes and patches. And
Oh,
stuff
see, that'd
on.
be funny.
And
Mike
do-
could just dress
and
up
do-
as military
think
Mike.
Joker. Think of the Joker dressed in as like a '80s big hair rock star.
That's
Got-
funny.
got
That's
his
Gene
hair-
Simmons.
Hair pulled back in a ponytail, painted green. Got ripped jeans and bandanas wrapped all around my arms and legs.
I'd like to take Doc dress up as like Pippi Longstocking.
I would like to go as
I mean,
Blue
why
Man.
not?
Why
But
not?
see, if I went as Blue Man with just like a thong underneath
You'd
the
be
blue,
Fat Smurf.
yeah, it would be cool. I would really like to go with something that people
No,
can't
it would.
see my face. I'm leaving.
I'm trying not to die laughing.
I'm at 91%. I'm uploading freaking Windows 10. And when that bastard hits 100, we're leaving.
Before we leave, I'm just gonna warn people. Atlanta this
Tonight?
weekend and
Yeah.
tonight is going to be crazy. We've got kickoff of Dragon Con, kickoff of college football today with Georgia Tech playing somebody.
The Braves are playing tonight.
The Braves are playing tonight. Joe Biden,
The vice president.
Joe Biden will be in town giving a speech on
Nice.
God knows what.
Yeah, it's how
Whatever,
great he is,
whatever
probably.
Obama's press secretary handed him.
I think that's as far as it goes. But it's going to be a lot of traffic.
So basically,
Mass and
if-
humanity
if you
in
don't have a
Atlanta
reason to
tonight.
be down there, don't go down there because you're gonna. If we're gonna
Yeah.
go down there, you're just gonna get my damn
Unless you're
way.
going to one of those events,
Yeah.
don't go down there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Back to
But I would like to go with Saturday. I'd like to go. You could go as Dirk Diggler.
sure. Back to football real quick. I'm just gonna announce what's happening in college football as far as the Southeastern Conference.
he just ignored it.
North Carolina
He's
versus
totally
South
ignoring
Carolina
it,
tonight
but I
at
wanted-
6 p.m.
You could go as John Holmes if he's going to go as
Western
Ziegler.
Kentucky at Vanderbilt at 8 p.m. And then on Saturday,
What's that dude on
September
Jacob's arm?
5th, Tennessee
Ron Jeremy.
I'll go with Ron Jeremy.
at Ole Miss, Louisiana Monroe at Georgia at 12. This is both at noon. Arkansas plays UTP at 3:30. Auburn, Louisville at 3:30. Bowling Green versus Tennessee, 4 o'clock. Southeastern Missouri State versus Missouri at 4. Louisiana Lafayette at Kentucky at 7. Arizona State versus Texas A&M at 7.
Could you hurry up?
New Mexico State at Florida.
Little
7:30.
Richard sends a text message
7:30.
that says, I wish Jacob was here because then Jacob and Mike could go as Jake and the Fat Man.
8 o'clock, Wisconsin versus
Is he still going?
Look, I was going to compliment his what is it? Professionality. His how do you say that?
His
word?
radio voice.
Word
No,
of the
he-
day, professionality.
No, he stays in. He was trying to do a job, trying to get it out, and everybody's sitting around and screwing with him, and he's just
Still going.
He totally ignored everybody, which was great for a minute, and then he just started. Then it turned into Charlie Brown's teacher talking to wah,
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 wah, wah.
I just got.
But kudos for
We
trying to
sound
get
like
through
the
it.
sound. It sounds like this is a text talking about us. Sounds like the village of people on acid.
I got like a
No,
pimple
just
on my
the inmates
tongue.
are running the asylum now.
Doc,
I got
Yes.
like a pimple
where
on
are
my tongue.
you on all this?
I am actually shouting us out in the business pages.
Go
Why?
Dogs.
What are you doing?
I got
Mike?
a
you
pimple on
doing,
my
Mike?
tongue. I got my camera turned around so I can see my tongue.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
And just remember all that's on
Wow.
video. And
So-
people are like, what the hell is he doing?
so this weekend,
Me
what
and
am I
Bella.
doing this weekend?
Oh no, you're a lesbian.
Tyler is the Energizer butt buddy. Oh my
Aw.
God.
That's disgusting.
That wasn't
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, he just keeps going.
So
and going
Tyler,
and
you're working
going.
this weekend, right? So we can't hang.
No.
Okay.
So
I want to go to Dragon Con.
I want to go to Dragon Con.
Well, I know I'm not going to Dragon Con.
Shaka Con.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna probably do some events with the Pride thing because Tracy, the lady who did the Terrell Wilson Foundation, who was here on Ladies Talk.
Sure.
She did, yeah. Okay, so she's one of the board of director members for the Pride.
Okay.
So I'll probably be doing that.
I got both days off for Pride.
For for
Normal-
October.
Normal Pride.
Okay, for October.
Oh no, she said
Oh, you'll take off for that, but
YMCA,
you
the
can't take
village
off and go
people.
to Dragon Con.
Mm,
I'm offended.
well, I'm sorry.
So okay, so anyone who wants to hang with us at Pride, actually, it was going to be me and
Yeah.
Benny and Tyler and Tyler's partner,
Can't y'all discuss this tonight on Ladies Talk?
Mike.
On Saturday,
the
Ladies
But
of the night.
anyone who-
wussification of the morning show.
Anyone who wants to hang out with us, just hit us up and let us know. We're actually too late to march in the parade. It's just for fun radio.
Thank
but
God.
Scotty,
Man, the look on y'all's faces
do you know how much
is amazing.
publicity we would get?
thank you.
It was a
But say,
joke.
put the
I
flag
would
in the
send my
parade.
Rainbow Coalition anywhere.
Yeah, just go out there. Why can't y'all
My arm
mention
is
it?
so fat. I gotta work this.
Hey,
arm
can I
out.
ask this? Why didn't somebody, Doc? Why didn't somebody research this and figure out how to get the bus in the parade?
Because
Yeah.
it
We
closed
did.
in July, and I didn't join Just for Fun Radio until the end of July.
I mean, I could put the open
And I
it.
wasn't gonna go by myself.
I could open the escape hatch, put Mike on a friggin' ladder so he
Sing
can
an
hang.
Ethel Merman.
So he can hang
Well-
from the
No,
waist.
never ever
We-
do
out.
that again.
Hold on, he can hang out from the waist up out of the bus to throw beads.
no, we actually have to build. We need to build a float, a
Pasties.
Just for Fun Radio float.
Well, I've got a 12-foot trailer over at Waterhead's house.
He's got
So
a
can we
float
do
in
it
the
next year?
front yard.
Seriously.
The problem is
Paint it
this.
black and it says
Here's-
just for fun down
Here's
the
the
side.
problem. How am I going to get a float from here to there and it not be destroyed?
Well, you don't decorate it until you get there.
Yeah.
Well, okay. How are we going to decorate it?
Rainbow flags.
Decorate.
I pronounced it wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, we'll figure that all out. But seriously, can we join
Yeah,
the
we
parade
can
next
go
year?
next year.
Right?
Yes, Tyler, we get to be in the parade. Yes.
What?
Next year?
Yeah, we'll
Next
go.
year.
Hey, look, ain't nobody ever lasted here a year.
But
so
listen,
don't make any
but
plans.
Stephanie did.
Hey, we will go to your parade after we do the Stone Mountain Confederate Flag Parade.
Yeah, I won't be at that one.
Wait a minute. You expect me to go to your parade?
Yeah, I won't be at that
What
one.
the hell are y'all doing?
I think they just flatlined.
Oh, what conversation caused y'all two to fall over and have a heart attack?
That'll have to be off the air later.
The-
She did it though.
So, anyways,
You're not blaming me. She said.
no, I don't care. We can go because, here's the thing that when somebody got smart with me, probably, I don't know, a month ago and made a comment about just for fun people. And I said, we're for everybody. We're not for black.
Right.
We're not for white. We're not for Mexicans because we love our beaners and we are for everybody.
Yes, we are. We really are. And again, guys, I say this all the time. The personalities that
It's
you
just
hear
a-
in
it's
the
just a
morning
show.
are personalities.
It's just a show.
They are personalities.
I'm like this all day.
I mean, Doc has a personality on the show, but after that, she has no personality. So
It's
you
sad.
have to enjoy what you hear on the radio because after that, it's like blah,
It's not blah.
grammar Nazi, no talkie for you.
Yeah, really. I know you're
it-
talking
and
about
it
guns,
is-
but let's talk about lavender.
It is mouses, by the way,
Right.
Whatever.
not mice.
No.
It,
Why does everybody think I was the one that
Who
corrected her?
is the one that corrected her? I thought it was you.
No, it wasn't me. Everybody kept saying it was me.
Because you're the
'Cause that
Nate
sounds
grammar
like you.
Nazi.
It wasn't me.
You're the 5 post hole digger
Frickin'
holder.
I have
podcaster.
2 PhDs, not 5, only 2. But there actually is a lady who has 5, and I feel so uneducated at this point because she has 5. I only have 2.
Hey,
we'll
that
do
whole,
that to you.
That whole uneducated happens after a couple
Yeah.
hours on this
It's that
show.
chair.
It's that
I'm going to
chair.
buy another chair.
Yeah, I don't think it'll help.
I really do need some new chairs, by
Can
the way.
we have like a bonfire?
And burn the chairs?
Yes.
While we're
Serious.
sitting in them.
Come wintertime. Come
Okay,
wintertime.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get new
Come
chairs.
to the Just for Fun radio bonfire.
Bonfire and movie.
Where we will burn old studio equipment and
God.
old studio.
You ever lit a
Host.
fart?
Yes.
That's what that's gonna smell like.
methane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Awesome.
Listen, just because that's a job hazard for you doesn't mean we got to deal with that.
I got a buddy of mine on New Year's.
Everybody is speechless.
I got a buddy of mine on New Year's.
So I've
that
heard.
He throws a New Year's bonfire party, and he tells everybody anything that you want any memories or
Yep. Burn it.
Just
That's a
burn
good
it.
idea.
anything that you want to get rid of to that you
Yes.
want to leave behind
Well,
in the
that's
new
a good
year.
idea.
Bring it in. He has burned everything from
Yeah.
bookcases to couches.
How about
Excellent.
this? My
Heads,
old
I
my
mean-
old house, we burned. If a roommate left, we would burn their crap. So I have burned recliners, couches, and the best yet is a air hockey table. And I got a picture of a dude tap dancing on it with flames coming around the side of it.
Wow.
Let's catch this. Jeff Matthias' hotline. How can we help you? No, this is Little Richard. Hi, Swinging Richard's calling.
Oh boy.
Well, at least I'm not sporting anymore. So
That's right. So what's happening, sir?
All right, I'm confused.
That's
I'm
easy.
not sure exactly what the mouse, mice, mices, and moose is.
So
all
there was a
about.
conversation where my wife, because there's 5 computers, my wife was making a comment about all the different mouses that control stuff, and somebody corrected her and said it wouldn't be called mouses, it'd be called mice. And I'm like, no, if it was an animal, you might be able to say mice, but no, not with a controller for a computer. It would be mouses.
And since I'm the one that always corrects everybody just assumed it was me. And I'm like, it wasn't me. I didn't correct her.
she
Oh,
played
wow.
Shaggy that time. It
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
me.
a black woman over there going, it wasn't me. Sure, whatever.
Man, you jump rope that line all the time.
Mike,
You're flicking
that's
him
for
off
you.
on camera.
Mike can't jump rope anything. What are you?
Shut up.
You know, there's this
Yeah,
line
disqualified
that
Mike when you said jump.
there's this line that we're not supposed to cross.
I
that
didn't
we,
cross the
that
line.
we jump rope
She
on.
just flipped me
And
off.
Mike
Nobody saw
Hopscotch
it.
is on it. Like
Nobody
he goes
saw
too
it.
far.
It's on camera.
I mean, nobody heard it. It doesn't matter if it's on camera. Nobody heard it.
All right, we got to go, y'all. It's 10:07.
All right, party on.
Thank you, sir. Party on, guard.
That's why I can't.
Little Richard heard that as I was hanging up. That is hilarious. All right, look, we got to get out of here. It's 10:07.
Go dogs.
Somebody was supposed to be here at 10, right? So
Yes, I
no
actually
big deal.
sent a
I
text.
just meant that we got to get out of here.
Go dogs. Football season.
Oh God.
We need to start getting that sports report.
All right, so listen, if
Yeah,
anybody
hold
decides
on.
to go to Dragon Con, I just got dizzy. We may go down, we may not go in, but we're just gonna hang out outside. We're
Okay.
like our fanny packs and our coolers and
I don't do fanny packs. That's gay.
It's not what I.
Wow.
says the gay guy. Ah! So that's too gay for you.
Just saying. The 90s was a very gay time.
What you were born then.
Exactly.
Leaves a lot
Things
of
that make you say,
leave a lot of questions here. All right,
Precisely.
we're out of here.
See ya.
Go dogs.
Everybody.
Shaka Khan.
Don't forget, ladies talk tonight.
That's
Doc.
right. Oh, that's right. I was taking my headset off. That's right. Ladies talk tonight with Crystal, DJ Smiles, and the original, the Doc. We're going to talk about starting over and getting back up after you fall down. So
All
Yeah.
right.
yeah, it's going to be good.
Any demonstrations?
And anybody that needs to get a car
Do
worked
some
on,
trust falls.
go to Ross Performance. That's no lie, man. I had a car towed there yesterday. Friggin' amazing. It's really good. Actually, let's say the word. It's great. It's really great when you walk in and like when I drove up, I was like, man, the car's not out here. What happened? Did they tow it to the wrong place? No, they already had it inside, diagnosed all the problems, said, look, man, come here. You just got to see this. And what I assumed I saw in a picture, he's saying, no, there's more damage than you knew. And started saying, this is what it would cost if we tried to do it this way. This is what it's going to cost if we do it that way. It makes a huge difference when you have somebody that you know you can honestly trust when they say this is going to be the best decision for you. So I definitely, and I say this as modest as I can. You just need to go see this guy because you don't realize when I say if I trust him, you can, because I wouldn't steer you wrong. I wouldn't tell you to go to this guy if you can't trust him, because what you don't realize is when you turn that key to go to work every morning and get on the expressway, you don't want to take that gamble of, am I going to be stuck in all this traffic, and look at the chaos that your life would become if your car broke down. Don't think about the fact, right, that if at 3:00 in the morning, one of your kids got hurt and you get in the car and you haul to the, to the hospital and your car breaks down, you have to put a lot of trust in your vehicles, and you have to hope that they crank every time you turn the key. And at least I know I don't have that problem, because I go see the best guy in town and he's won the award 2 years in a row, and they're not just handing them out. You actually got to work to earn these awards. So I just want to make sure I throw that out there because he really helped me a lot. He really, truly helped me a lot on this car situation from Emmy's stuff yesterday. So anyways, next, anybody else got anything?
Pamper puppy.
Yes. Oh, I love the pampered puppy.
If you have a poodle, be prepared to take him to the pampered puppy.
Yes.
To get him pampered and
the Pink
whatnot.
Poodle Parade,
Pink Pooch Parade.
Pink Pooch Parade. We need, it's all them P's. Pink Poodle Parade.
We need chairs. We need tables. We need porta potties.
You can take your dogs to the Pampered Pup to get them trimmed. Get you a little mohawk
That's
and
right.
get it painted pink with pink spray paint.
Pink
And
pampered
Tara,
Hairspray spray paint.
Tara actually works a lot with the pet rescues. So please, please, please support Pampered Puppy. And I love Tara and everything that she does.
Man, we're just peeing all over the place here.
Hey, that happens there too. All right, we're out of here. We got to go. Everybody, just fun in the morning. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the flip side.
Adios.
Shaka Khan.
Go dogs.
See you tonight. Ladies talk.
Everybody, wave bye.
Adios.
Au revoir.
You know what they say in China?
Ciao.
Ciao, man. See y'all later.